17, your pitcher, Lexi Lane. Batting 7th, first baseman, number 33, Cammie Lovelace. Batting 8th, number 2, third baseman, Kirsten Quillen. Batting 7th and playing center field, batting 9th and playing center field, number 7, Erica Lane. Playing left field, number 32, Elizabeth Salyers. Also for the Blue Devils, number 3, Kendall Quillen. Number 5, Josie Howington. Number 6, Morgan Baker. Number 16, Whitney Huffnagel. And number 21, Sydney Jesse. Now the lineup for the Central Warriors. Leading off, number 22, playing shortstop, Brittany Mullins. Batting second, playing center field, number 5, Olivia Mullins. Batting third, the catcher, number 3, Brooke Porter. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 10, Gracie Mullins. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 20, Hannah Carter. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 13, Olivia Basham. Batting seventh, designated player, number 35, Callie Mullins. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 11, Reagan Dotson. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 1, Haley Mullins. Your left fielder, number 15, Gabby Hall. Also for the Warriors, number 9, Timber Hughes. Number 14, Keely Balthus. And number 16, Samantha Wright. Please remove your caps and stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back off the hot already. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sturgill Sports Media broadcast for the Warrior Nation blog of the Central Warriors versus the visiting Gate City Lady Blue Devils softball game. I'd like to remind you to become a sponsor. You can check out Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. I'd like you to share the broadcast link on Facebook and Twitter. You can look it up on Twitter at Sturgill's Media, and Facebook is Sturgill Sports Media. Our game day sponsor here for the Lady Warrior softball game is Dr. Chris Basham, family practitioner. He's with Wellmont Medical Associates of Southwest Virginia and has offices located in Big Stone Gap and Norton. Phone number is 523-6715. And Chad, looks like we're about ready to get underway.
We are, and we'll have the starting lineups in just one moment, but glad to be back again broadcasting Warriors softball. The Warriors have won their last 2 games, most recently in the Wizard of Oz Classic over at Letcher County Central High School, and back home again. And I see that the wind has been swirling. If this wind starts to blow out, we're going to be in for a wild time because it's a lot of home runs hit here. Pitcher Haley Mullins for the Warriors delivers the first pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner to Gate City's leadoff hitter, the shortstop, Sarah Thompson. Thompson, of course, is a freshman, had 4 hits in her varsity debut against Tennessee High, and she's also the starting point guard of the basketball team. Really, really good athlete. Second pitch from Haley Mullins. That ball's a little high. It'll be 1-1.
Chad, that's where I've seen this young lady play. I've seen her play since AAU ball over in the Pryor Center, and now at the high school level, and she's one nice athlete, and I think she'll be something to watch over the next several years.
No question about it. One of the best young athletes in this area. The 1-1 pitch from Haley Mullins, a little bit low, runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And evidently she's just as good at softball as she is at basketball. So
she started her career all 4-4. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad. She'll dig back into the batter's box. Haley Mullins rubs the ball on her pants, delivers, swung on, popped up, shortstop. Brittany Mullins coming in on it, calls everyone off, makes the play, 1 out.
Did a real good job of calling off all the other players as the third baseman and the pitcher kind of converged, and you could hear from up here in the press box saying, mine, mine, mine.
Well, no doubt Brittany Mullins takes after her mom. She's really loud, so she can take control out there. Alexis Flannery, the right fielder for Gate City, will step into the box second. She'll take ball 1. Flannery's hitting from the left side of the batter's box, wearing a hoodie sweatshirt. A little bit chilly out here tonight.
Definitely out here on the mountain in Wise.
Absolutely. Swung on and grounded to Hannah Carter at second base. She fields it easily, throws softly to Reagan Dotson at first base, and very quickly, 2 away.
2 up, 2 down. Haley Mullins, ladies and gentlemen, 3-4 on the season. She's pitched 47 innings, has an ERA of 3.40, which is not too bad in high school ranks, I would imagine.
Not too bad at all. Batting now is going to be your second baseman for Gate City, Kate Pendleton. Strike 1. Pendleton, of course, is a junior, and she hit .425 last year and also had a 3.05 ERA on the mound. She's not pitching today for Gate City, but a fine player in her own right, just a junior. The 0-1 pitch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pendleton steps back in. Mullins delivers. That ball's low.
I'll tell you one thing, Chad, when they give you the statistics, they give them to you. Haley Mullins on the year, 42 strikeouts, 10 of those caught looking, 32 of them swinging.
Not bad. The 2-1 pitch is low, runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike.
With her 3.4 ERA, she's given up 20 earned runs and 28 runs total.
Pitch grounded to Brittany Mullins at shortstop. Mullins fields cleanly, throws to Reagan Dotson, who digs it out at first. 1-2-3 inning for Haley Mullins to start off. So that's the way the Warriors wanted to start. Let's run through the lineups just really quickly if we could. For Gate City, we already had Thompson, Flannery, and Pendleton. The designated player, Alyssa Clark, with bats 4th. Kinsley Hammonds, the catcher, will bat 5th. Lexi Lane, she's doing the pitching for Gate City. She'll bat 6th. Cammy Lovelace, the first baseman, will bat 7th. Kirsten Quillen plays third base and bats 8th. Erica Lane, the center fielder, will bat 9th. Also playing left field to be Elizabeth Salyer. She's the flex player for Gate City. For Central, leading off, playing shortstop is going to be Brittany Mullins. Center fielder Olivia Mullins will bat 2nd. Brooke Porter, the catcher, bats 3rd. Gracie Mullins, the third baseman, she'll bat 4th. Hannah Carter bats 5th. She's the second baseman. Olivia Basham will bat 6th. She's playing right field. Callie Mullins is your designated player. She hits 7th. Reagan Dotson, the first baseman, bats 8th. Haley Mullins, your pitcher, bats 8th. And then Gabby Hall is also the flex. She's playing left field tonight.
Chad, real quick, I'll run through our sponsors. Sponsors for Sturgill Sports Media and the Warrior Nation blog. It's Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Morgan McClure Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, Robo's Drive-In, Pound IGA, Rainbow Gymnastics, Morgan McClure Ford of St. Paul, Chelsea Industrial Supply, Mr. Ben Hardy, EMI, England Consulting Group, Home Changes, Powell Valley National Bank, R.H. Sturgill Construction, Little Henry's Excavating and Paving, Don Green with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and Southern Steel Tattoo. So thank you to that list of sponsors for your continued support of Sturgill Sports Media and the Warrior Nation blog.
Absolutely. And looks like we're getting ready to take over here on the mound. Brittany Mullins stepping in.
Now batting for the Warriors, your shortstop, number 22, Brittany Mullins.
Brittany batting right-handed, number 22. She is will be facing Lexi Lane for the Gate City Blue Devils. Lexi Lane, a freshman starting pitcher. She'll deliver the first pitch. It's outside for ball one.
Chad, Brittany on the season batting .310. She's got 4 singles, a home run, 3 doubles, a triple, 5 extra base hits. She's got 17 total at total bases.
She swings on the second pitch from Lexi Lane, swing and a miss.
And 7 RBIs. She's had 29 at-bats, and she's had 9 hits in those 29 at-bats at the leadoff spot. Not bad batting .310 in the leadoff hole.
Not bad, and what you see when she gets on base, she can run like the wind. The 1-1 pitch is blind to right field.
She's probably going to get on base.
That ball's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Alexis Flannery, and that's a single for Brittany Mullins.
Now stepping to the plate, the center fielder, number 5, Olivia Mullins.
Okay, Olivia Mullins will step in, and we'll see if Brittany Mullins might be on the move here. The catcher is Kinsley Hammonds for Gate City. First pitch swung on and fouled back over our heads. That'll be strike one.
Olivia batting .276 on the season. She's got 8 hits and 29 at-bats. She's got 8 singles, 2 RBIs for the season as well.
And she'll be looking to at least move the runner over here, or hopefully hit one in the gap and get let Brittany Mullins run. The 0-1 pitch coming from Lexi Lane. That's high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Chad, for our listeners out there, the defense for the Lady Blue Devils set basically straight away. First and third is normal in softball, kind of playing right at the first and third base, and we crashing in here on the pitch.
The 1-1 pitch fouled off again back over our heads. Last year, Olivia Mullins hit .387, actually. 4 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. So you'll find that really 8 out of the 9 starters here have home run power for Central, especially on a day when the wind's blowing out. Well, that pitch is outside. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Big off-speed pitch right there, Chad. Just missed. And Mullins was you can't just say Mullins because they've got about 12 Mullinses on this team, but she was able to hold off. The wind right now is whipping hard out into left field. That ball's in the dirt and inside. Really nice scoop by the catcher, Hammonds, and it'll run the count full. Big secondary lead by Brittany Mullins there. Thought she might take off there, but coach is holding right now. Don't want to get that first out with the 3-2 count here. Absolutely, especially with 2-3-4 coming to the plate. The full count pitch, that's on the inside corner. That'll be strike 3 looking, 1 away. Now batting your catcher, number 3, Brooke Porter. All right, so with 1 out, Brooke Porter, the catcher, will bat. Umpire goes and grabs a couple more baseballs. We want a statistic, .478 batter on the season. She leads the team in home runs, Chad, with 2. 11 RBIs, leads the team as well. And she had 5 home runs last year. Well, if you can get the ball up in the air here, it's liable to go. She hit 1 in their last game. That ball's fouled straight back. That was a cut and a half right there. she was looking to take a 2-0 lead immediately, but it's still 0-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Chad, you might be able to help me out. Is the high school rule now that you have to wear a mask as the pitcher and third, or is that just optional? Well, it's optional. Optional. The team just played over in Kentucky, and it's not optional in Kentucky, and so big swing and a miss again from Brooke Porter. It's a no ball and 2 strike count. Yes, required in Kentucky for first base, third base, and pitcher. And I think it probably should be required everywhere. That ball can get onto you in a hurry. The 0-2 count coming from pitcher Lexi Lane. Porter settles in. The pitch swung on and missed. And that'll be 2 straight strikeouts and 2 away. Got her kind of on a high outside pitch. Brooke, they may have fooled her a little bit. And she swung and missed. She did. Now batting be the second baseman. No, I'm sorry. The third baseman, Gracie Mullins.
First pitch to Gracie Mullins is fouled straight back over our heads. You're going to have a hard time reading my handwriting, announcing those names, I'm guessing.
I just looked down too far.
Gracie, of course, playing third base today, and she's at least the third different third baseman. They moved some girls around over there, and last few games she's been playing at third base, done a pretty good job. She'll swing at a pitch. It's a little bit high, look like, and she's already in no 2 count.
Yeah, she's batting .400 on the season. She's got 10 hits and 25 at bats, 2 doubles and 8 singles to be batting .400. 7 RBIs to go with those hits.
She swings and hits the ball. It's going. Oh, look like it might dip over the first baseman, Cammie Lovelace's head, but no, she turns, makes a fine play going back towards the fence for the 3rd out.
Now, that was one I thought might have a chance to fall in, but give Lovelace credit there. She makes a nice play, especially Chad, is I'd say many of our listeners, viewers know today here in Wise, it poured the rain, and you can tell they've done a lot of work to get the field ready. But right there behind first, still looks like it's a little on the soggy side, but she was able to plant her feet, get back, make the catch. So credit to where credit's due to the Blue Devil first baseman.
Absolutely, a fine play, and that was a play where if it could just drop, she got runners at first and third because Brittany Mullins was on the move and could have scored. But at the end of one complete, the score is going to be Central 0, Gate City 0. Coming up for Gate City is going to be Alyssa Clark, Kinsley Hammonds, and the pitcher, Lexi Lane. And I'm going to turn the play-by-play duties over to my man Chris over here.
How are you, dear? Doing good.
I've
I've been around here too long. I know coaches know me from both sides.
You know everyone. I got to talk with this coach for Gate City, Kara No, because her father is one of the nicest people. It kills me to say something nice about somebody from Gate City, but one of the nicest people I've ever met. And I hate to say that, but now it's been recorded for everyone to hear.
Well, Kara, Kara played volleyball at the college there, so I've known her for many years. And then, my beautiful bride is from Gate City. She graduated from Gate City and met her when we were both at college at Clinch Valley at that point in time. So,
Outstanding.
But I always tell her I give her grief. I like to see news.
Batting first, Alyssa Clark.
So Alyssa Clark up to bat for the Lady Blue Devils. Warrior pitcher sets, fires, strike on the inside corner. Haley Mullins doing a nice job today, Chad, hitting her spots here through the first inning and now 3rd.
And that's her game to be successful. She has to hit her spots, and usually she's able to do that.
Here's the windup, the pitch. Another inside pitch, and gets the Lady Blue Devil batter swinging, Alyssa Clark. Clark now in hole 0-2.
Looks like Haley Mullins is trying to really work her inside right on her fists. Both those pitches on the inside corner. Nice placement.
And she took a couple steps out. She was a little closer to the plate that last time. She steps in a little bit now. Exactly what you expect. Haley Mullins goes outside, trying to get that. I always call it the throwaway pitch. Maybe get her to chase. She doesn't. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well off the plate, hoping she might chase it.
Here's the pitch again. Goes outside again. Hit over to Mullins. Brittany Mullins. She fires over to first and gets the out to Reagan Dotson.
And Brittany Mullins, of course, we talked about her being quick on the base paths. She covers a lot of ground in the field as well. That's why when she's playing well, she's by far the best shortstop this team has. And for my money, among the best shortstops you're going to find anywhere in the region.
Number 12, Kinsley Hammonds.
Kinsley Hammonds now coming to bat for the Lady Blue Devils. Haley Mullins sets, fires, ball high and outside.
Hammonds, of course, is a sophomore, batted .381 last year. She's playing catcher here today.
Kind of hard to remember to do all that in one time.
It sure is. They got us doing extra duty here today.
Pitch on the outside corner, swung and fouled back into the fence here at home plate. Be 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The Lady Warrior defense, ladies and gentlemen, again, same setup, even across the outfield. Short and second, playing normal depth, and first and third into the bags just in case of bunt. Here's an off-speed pitch for a swinging strike.
Beautiful, beautiful off-speed. Had Hammonds out on her front foot. Strike 2.
Things I've learned in watching college softball and high school softball, if you've got a great change-up in softball, you can really be effective. Pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. Score still knotted at 0 here in the top of the 2nd inning.
To reset the defense for you, got Gabby Hall, Olivia Mullins, and Olivia Basham around in the outfield. Around the infield, third base, Gracie Mullins. Shortstop, Brittany Mullins. Hannah Carter at second. Reagan Dotson at first.
She swung at one in the dirt. It's in the dirt. Throw down from Brooke Porter. Gets her out at first to Reagan Dotson to record the second out here in the top of the second.
And Brooke Porter, of course, the ball was in the dirt, did a good job to block it up. And she's as quick as anyone getting out from behind the plate on top of that. Easy out.
Number 17, Lexi Lane.
And here's your pitcher, Lexi Lane.
She steps in. Haley ready. Here's her delivery. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to count, 2 outs.
Lane, of course, as we noted, the opposing pitcher, as we said a moment ago, a freshman. So player with a bright future for the Gate City Blue Devils.
Absolutely. All-speed pitch stays outside. And that's where Brooke was set up, ladies and gentlemen. She was way outside. Got the off-speed pitch to fall in there just a little bit too far for the man in blue. Gives it 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes inside. Lexi Lane actually able to pull that down the line. That's a tough hit right there.
That ball was 2-3 inches off the plate inside, but she turned on it, lined it right over third baseman Gracie Mullins' head, and that'll be a single.
I'd say we're going to see a pinch runner here for the pitcher now, and then our pinch runner, and we are. It's going to be number 3, Chad.
Number 3, that's Kendall Quillen.
Batting 7th, number 33, Cammie Lovelace.
So now the first baseman for the Lady Blue Devils is going to come to bat. 2 outs with a runner on first, and then it is a pinch runner for the Lady Blue Devils, Quillen. Here's the pitch from Haley Mullins. Ball just missed on the outside corner.
One of the many softball playing Quillens from over there. Bobby Quillen will know who we're talking about. Great softball family from Gate City.
Here's the windup, the pitch from Haley. Ball 2. She stays on the outside and still can't get the call. Just a little bit over the line.
Every pitch this inning's been on the outside to each of these batters, except for one, the one that was lined into left field.
That one still stays. Here's a snap throw down to first. Barely missed her. Nice throw down by Brooke Porter there. A little snap throw.
And if you've seen Central play, you know that Brooke's not afraid to fire it to any base at any time. Got a strong arm, really quick.
3-0 pitch. I like to call it, Chad. I get to college. I call that the token strike. 3-0 anywhere near the plate. Most umpires are going to call that a strike. And I'll say I know it from experience from my time behind the plate.
No matter where it is, no doubt.
3-2 count gets lined into the Lady Blue Devil dugout as they jump. That's going to even or pull up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the big payoff pitch going to go here. The runners on first and second, or we could be heading to the dugout, get sticks going for the Lady Warriors.
Well, Kendall Quillen, at first base, she'll be running with the pitch.
There it is. Line to Brittany Mullins. She's going to take it herself at second, and that's the inning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I believe we had 1 hit, no errors, no runs, and 1 left on base for the Lady Blue Devils. We'll hit to the bottom of the second again. The game knotted at 0.
And really nice defense being played so far by the Central Warriors defensively, especially Brittany Mullins at short, who's just anything close to her has been an out. And she's had a couple of struggles recently. Glad to see she's back in form because, as I say, when she is playing like she can play, there's no shortstop better in the region.
Well, the other thing I'm noticing, Chad, maybe it's something that the coaching staff, Coach Sturgill and Coach Compton down there maybe have seen on film or seen from statistics. They're staying on the outside to most of these Lady Blue Devil batters. And, the 1 hit was an inside pitch that, like I've said it before, give her credit where credit's due. The pitcher, Lexi Lane, able to turn on a tough inside pitch. And it seems like they're trying to pull everything. And, we've had several balls already hit to Brittany Mullins right there at shortstop where she had to make 1 or 2 steps and make some easy throws over to first, or like that last out, take it herself. And here we go to the bottom of the second. The score still 0s.
It's a good point. Even though they're trying to keep it away, they're still pulling it to the left side of the field. So there's some method to that madness.
Leading off, second baseman Hannah Carter.
Let's see here, Chad. Hannah Carter on the season batting .227. She's got 5 hits and 22 at bats. 4 of those are singles, 1 of those are doubles, and she's got 5 RBIs.
Carter's a sophomore, and I'll tell you, when she gets the ball in the air, she has what we call light tower power. She can really hit it a long way for a sophomore.
I tell you, I've heard a lot about Hannah Sock Mullins, because I think many know Sock. Sock says she's a better softball player than she is at basketball, and I've seen her play a lot of basketball games in the Pryor Center out there, and she's a heck of a basketball player. So if it says
That's saying
anything,
something, yes.
she must be a superb softball player.
She really has got a bright future. Good pitcher as well.
Ball was high there. Ball too high. It's going to be 2-0. 2-0 here to Hannah Carter, and she should get something to drive right here if I'm expecting Lexi Lane didn't want to go 3-0 on her here, possibly get the leadoff batter on base. Pitch, it's outside. It's going to be 3-0, so be interesting to see. Coach Sturgill, I believe, already gave the take sign there. I didn't know if it'd be the green light or not, but I saw a quick finger come up, so I'm going to guess that's the take sign.
No doubt. It's really interesting here when you talk about the Central Warriors program and the bright future. We're in the stretch of the lineup here. We have 3 sophomores and a freshman batting. So these are players that should be around for the next few years. Really exciting future for this program.
That token strike there, 3-1, right down the pipe.
You called it.
Yeah, most of the time, you know, the coach is going to give that take sign. So if you can put it anywhere around, they're going to give it to you. So here's the pitch. Come right back down the middle, maybe a little high. Hannah swings, misses, and it's full up at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good job by Lexi Lane to get that token strike and then to fight back now on a 3-0 count. Got a chance here.
You see a lot. I've seen it, especially at the college softball level. A lot of 3-0 counts now. You get swinging away because swing and a miss there by Hannah Carter. She'll go down on strikes and be the first out here in the bottom of the second.
Number 13, Olivia Basham.
Yeah, and that's 3 strikeouts in the first 5 hitters for Lexi Lane, the freshman pitcher for Gate City. So really good start for the Blue Devils hurler.
But they're usually letting them swing on that 3-0 pitch, Chad, just because of the fact of they know that they're probably going to throw it right down the middle. All high and outside.
To Olivia Basham. Yeah, it's going to be grooved, so that may be the best pitch you get in your at bat. Why not swing at it?
Olivia Basham, ladies and gentlemen, comes into this game batting .227, identical to Hannah Carter. She's got 5 hits and 22 at bats. One of those, though, is a home run, 3 doubles, 1 single, and 8 RBIs, and that was a swinging strike.
Yeah, and Olivia, though, has been heating up recently. She had a game over at Lee where she had 4 hits, including a home run and a double. She's really been heating up lately, having an exciting season here the last few games.
Pitch, swing, miss on the outside corner for strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Well, like Chad said, Lexi Lane up there dealing on the mound for the Lady Blue Devils.
And it doesn't look like her speed is overpowered. She's placing it where she's won. They're having trouble hitting it. Maybe she's got some late movement on it we're not seeing.
Olivia Basham going to crowd the plate. She's going to pop one up to the first baseman. And again, Cammie Lovelace able to make it over and make the easy catch for the Lady Blue Devils in the second out here in the bottom of the second.
Number 35, Callie Mullins.
Yeah, she had to backpedal a little on that one. A lot easier than the last play she had to make over there. Callie Mullins is your designated player here today. She's hitting for Gabby Hall.
Callie comes in batting .294 on the season, 5 hits and 17 at bats. She's got 2 doubles to go on that. Takes a ball on the outside corner for ball 1.
Against Ridgeview last week, Mullins, she's another one that's got plenty of power. She hit one that was just hit an absolute ton, and I've never seen wind blow a ball back into the field somehow. It should have been a home run by 50 feet, but a little bit of bad luck for Callie Mullins.
She watches strike 1 go down the pipe for a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Mullins, of course, a freshman, the younger sister of Warrior third baseman Gracie Mullins, also a member of the state championship basketball team.
Ball high. Yeah, I tell you, I showed up here to the field, and you start kind of looking out there, and, you know, athletes, if you're a good athlete at one sport, most likely, especially at these 1A and 2A schools, you're probably going to be an athlete at one of the other levels or one of the other sports. She takes a called strike on the inside corner there. It makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you about have to be playing other sports. And a school like Central with such good girls programs, the softball team's benefiting from that, certainly.
Ball 3. It's going to full it up. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Callie Mullins.
So she's going full to 2 of the first 3 hitters this inning. Mullins will be swinging at this one if it's close.
When we got a break, Chad, I'll ask your thoughts on I read an article the other day about baseball, softball players. Strike three, she watches. Unfortunately, Callie watches 3 strikes go by, doesn't swing at any of them. That's going to end the inning. No hits, no errors, no runs, no one left on base. We'll head to the top of the third. We'll let Chad take back over the play-by-play with the score knotted at 0.
Now, what's your opinion? What do you want to ask my opinion on?
Well, I read an article the other day that talked about that most outstanding football players or basketball players, you just couldn't put them out on a baseball diamond or a softball diamond and say, here you go, hit a 60-mile-an-hour softball or an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. But most baseball and softball players, you can stick them on a football field somewhere. You could stick them in a lineup for a basketball game, and they'd probably produce.
Oh, I think I agree with that. You know, not to say there isn't skill involved in basketball and football. Certainly there is. But if you're an athlete, you could go find some place to play. In baseball and softball, being an athlete helps. But on the other hand, there's so much skill involved in being able to hit, being able to field, being able to throw. I mean, there's just a lot of individual skill that really it's tough to – it's even tough at this day and age to learn when you get to the high school level. You have to play travel ball or, you know, played a lot growing up to be able to compete. And so I think that's absolutely true.
Well, and the article also talked a lot about hand-eye coordination.
Absolutely. Well, and that's something special that you just have to have.
Now batting for the Lady Blue Devils, going to be the third baseman, number 2, Kirsten Quillen.
Kirsten Quillen playing third base. She'll be the hitter now. Quillen is a freshman playing third base today for the Blue Devils. Not had a chance defensively. She'll step in the right-hand batter's box.
Small stature, young lady.
Small in stature. She'll take a big cut at the first pitch from Warrior pitcher Haley Mullins. That'll be a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. Again, to reset it, we're in the top of the third inning. Score 0-0. Each team has had 1 hit so far, but no one's really been able to get anyone. No one's got anyone into scoring position even. Quillen turns to bunt, misses it.
And the umpire says she attempted at it, so strike 2, Chad. And the wind continues to die in, die out. And I'd say for the 2 pitchers, Haley Mullins and Lexi Lane, they'd like to see it die out, as you kind of said. If it gets blowing, you get a ball up, it might push it on out.
Right now it looks like it's more maybe right in, but Quillen did try to look like she was going to lay down that bunt, and she did offer at it, but Gracie Mullins, third base, Reagan Dawson at first were coming hard. So with an 0-2 count, Quillen will set back in. Ball's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Looked at the Weather Channel earlier. We were supposed to play some Little League baseball today, or had practice, and they canceled it. Field's way too bad, and then looked for tomorrow to play a game, and it looks bad again. But gusts of 40-mile-an-hour forecast here in Wise County tonight.
Well, you can see it here right now. The 1-2 pitch is a ball outside, and that'll leave him up the count at 2-2. Just a moment ago, I said it looked like it's blowing in now. It looks like it's going straight out to left field. So if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. Oh, and that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner.
That nice pitch right there. I don't think Brooke Porter moved her glove, but about maybe a half a centimeter there to catch that ball. And again, Coach Sturgill staying with the motto of stay outside, stay outside. And so far through 2 1/3 innings, they're sticking with it. Now batting the center fielder, number 7, Erica Lane.
Erica Lane will step in, the center fielder for Gate City. And again, on the outside, Lane will offer at it. She'll foul it back off of the catcher, Brooke Porter, and it'll be no balls and 1 strike. You're right. They continue to just hammer the outside part of the plate. And, of course, Hannah Blanton, who's the pitcher's big sister, a pretty good pitcher in her own right back in the day, one of the best we've ever seen around here calling the pitches down there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball's called strike on the outside corner again.
Off-speed pitch, and that's probably why it kind of died out there. Some fans may say, well, that ball hit the dirt, but I think when it came into the strike zone, or when it came across the plate, it was in the strike zone.
It was dropping, but it was there. Yeah, the 0-2 pitch, way off the plate. Lane won't offer at that one. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lane, of course, is one of the 5 returning seniors on the Gate City Blue Devil softball squad. The 1-2 pitch will be taken on the outside. Well, taken outside, I guess. Easy for me to say, right? It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mullins delivers. That ball bounces in front of the plate, but Porter blocks it, but it runs the count to full.
She's got her in the whole 0-2 now, and Now she's let her come back, battle all the way back to a 3-2 count. Big pitch coming now for Haley Mullins.
3 straight hitters that have gone to a full count against Haley Mullins. Mullins will wind and deliver. Oh, just off the outside corner. She offered at it, but checked her swing, and the first base umpire says, no, she didn't go. That'll be a base on balls.
Now batting number 32. I'm sorry, back to the top of the lineup. Number 1, the shortstop, Sarah Thompson. I keep looking at that. That's that flex player.
That's right.
That's what's different about the game of softball than baseball there. I remember that flex player's in there.
Absolutely. Freshman Sarah Thompson, shortstop, will step back in. She flew out to shortstop Brittany Mullins the last time up. She'll take ball 1 off the outside of the plate.
There's going to be a time taken here. Like you said, Coach Blanton.
Coach Blanton
Going to head out and they try to settle Haley down. She stayed outside, just getting a little too far, Chad, on that white paint in the left-hand batter's box.
Well, she was placing her pitches pretty well in the game. In this inning, she struggled a little bit getting it to catch the corner of that plate. But I'm sure that Big Sister's got her straightened out here, or the other way around. As more likely, Haley gets Hannah straightened out, and we'll come back to play. Sarah Thompson takes a couple of practice swings. Hit her bat on her cleats. She'll draw an X in the dirt, and eventually she may get back into the batter's box here if we're lucky. There we go. All right. Mullins will wind and deliver. That ball again outside, ball 2.
2-0 the count now with a runner on first base. First sign of trouble that the Lady Warriors have seen today, Chad.
It is. Although we still don't have anyone in reaching scoring position, but Mullins is going to need to start throwing strikes soon. The 2-0 delivery. That ball's, it's low. It was across the plate, but it was low. 3 balls and no strikes.
Man, I thought that one was grooved in there for a strike.
It looked good from up here, but now we're right on top of the plate, basically. And you better watch what you say because the umpire can probably hear us. We're right on top of it.
The scoreboard says 2-1, so I'm not sure.
Oh,
Maybe
you're
he
right.
called that a strike.
Maybe he did. I've never been wrong before, but I guess it's possible. Thompson grounds to Brittany Mullins at short. She'll take it to Hannah Carter at second. They'll get the out there, and Thompson will reach first on the fielder's choice. So that'll be two away now.
I thought she almost held on to that a little bit too long before she flipped it over there to Hannah Carter. That made that play at second base was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be to get the second out.
Closer than it should have been, certainly, and she had people getting out of her glove.
Now batting going to be number 20, the right fielder, Alexis Flannery.
Alexis Flannery will come up to bat now, the right fielder. She grounded out to second baseman Hannah Carter last time. Again, Thompson's on first base now. Good athlete, quick runner. She'll take a good secondary lead, and Haley Mullins will deliver ball 1 high to Alexis Flannery. Flannery, another of the returning seniors. Flannery batted .451 last year in her junior season. She's a left-handed hitter. She'll ground the ball in between first and second. Reagan Dotson leans off the bag, looked like she was going to go for it. She deferred to Hannah Carter, hustled back to first, and we have a 4-3 out at first base for the third out of the inning. So again, no one reaches scoring position. The Blue Devils do get 1 runner on base, but leave a runner stranded at the end of 2.5 innings. Gate City 0, Central 0.
I tell you what I like seeing out of Reagan Dotson there, Chad, was that she tried to make a play on it, but once she realized she couldn't, she very quickly hustled back to first base to be ready for a play from Hannah Carter there. If she doesn't do that, you're probably going to have runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Well, it's kind of an in-between play there. She could have maybe made the play if she'd have kept going, but she did recognize that Hannah Carter was on the move, quick as always, and turned into an easy play. And you're right, it could have been a disaster that ended up with a little bit of a rally. I got to say, Hannah Carter's a really good player there. She made a really good, nice play. But I got to say, before the game, her father gave me a really warm water at the concession stand up there. And so if you're going to buy some at the concession stand, don't get it from Rodney Carter. I just got to say.
Maybe just a little. It hadn't been on ice that long.
Maybe that's what it was. But I'm gonna blame Rodney Carter. He's the JV coach for the Central Warriors, and he's coached a lot of these girls growing up. A bunch of these girls he's coached for years in travel ball, including Reagan Dotson, who's going to lead off here this inning. You want to run through a couple of the sponsors here before we get started?
We sure will. See if I can run through them all. Real quick, our full sponsor list is It's Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, Robo's Dine-In, Pound IGA, Rainbow Gymnastics, Morgan McClure Ford of St. Paul, Chelsea Industrial Industrial
Easy for you to
Supply.
say.
Man, a little tongue tied there. And we'll get to the rest of them here in just a minute. Now batting is going to be the first baseman, number 11, Reagan Dotson.
All right, Dotson will settle in. Of course, two fairly easy innings for Lexi Lane for Gate City. After the first batter got a hit, Brittany Mullins was lead off the game. Dotson will take ball one.
I have
High.
to give him a shout out. That's Chelsea Industrial Supply,
There we go.
not whatever I was trying to say.
Whatever you said. The 1-0 pitch to Dotson. Swung on and lifted up over to the right side. Looks like it's going to settle down. Oh, not quite out of play. Good hustle by first baseman Cammie Lovelace, but she's unable to make a play to be even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'll go ahead and say we'll give credit where credit's due there. The wind. That ball was clearly going to be out of play, and the wind held that ball up and kept it in play, where Lovelace actually had a shot at making the play.
Absolutely. Almost made a play. It is blowing that direction. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed by Reagan Dotson. That ball looked like it was off the plate outside, and Reagan took a pretty healthy cut at it. All right, the 1-2 pitch here from Lexi Lane to Reagan Dotson. Again, outside and high. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'd say Lovelace will give her something to hit right here. Don't want to get the count full. Give that payoff pitch.
Dotson swings and misses, and that'll be the 5th strikeout in the first 8 batters for Lexi Lane.
Now coming to the plate, your pitcher, number 1, Haley Mullins.
All right, Haley Mullins will settle in. She bats on the left side of the plate. She's going to dig in with her foot right in the corner, front corner of the inside corner of the batter's box. She's a left-handed hitter that'll take a swing at the first pitch from Lexi Lane, fouls it off out into the central stands. Looks like everyone's okay out there.
Chad, you've seen more high school softball than I have this year, and what I'm accustomed to at the college game, you usually got a couple slap hitters. Is that seen much in high school softball?
Not nearly as much as you see it in college, but you do see some, and Haley's one that will be slapped. Even when she's not slapping, she's trying to hit a line drive over the third baseman's head, as you'll see. She'll swing at the 0-1 pitch. That'll be a swing and a miss ball, a little bit high and away. She takes a good cut at it.
I kind of thought maybe that was the thought process of her being right up in front of the bat, was just get something out there quick, and her speed would get her on base.
And she's generally very effective at that. She'll take the 0-2 pitch. That was a close one to take with 2 strikes, but it is off the plate, and that'll be ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Give her credit. She saw that one better than I did, because
Look
I
good,
probably
didn't
have been swinging.
it? Me too. The 1-2 pitch to Haley Mullins. She swings. That's on the inside corner. She grounds it to the second baseman. Second baseman Kate Pendleton will throw it over to Lovelace at first, and then retire the second batter of the inning.
She goes anywhere else besides second base right there, Chad. I think she's safe at first. The pitch kind of jammed her in. She could have slapped that down towards third or short. With her speed, as I saw her come out of the box, I think she beats it out, but unfortunately she hits it right at the second baseman, Pendleton, and she makes the easy flip over the Lovelace for the second out.
You're right. She'd have been on.
Now batting back to the top of the lineup, the shortstop, number 22, Brittany Mullins.
Brittany Mullins will bat now. Of course, Brittany Mullins got a hit leading off the game, and that's been the only hit for Central so far. She takes a big swing at the first pitch, and that'll be strike 1.
I don't know if we can say that Lexi Lane had to settle down, but she settled down after giving up that opening leadoff hit.
It didn't take much to get her to settle down because she has been in a groove since then. Really impressive outing for the freshman so far. The 0-1 pitch right down the heart of the plate. That's no balls and 2 strikes. And, you know, to contrast with what Mullins has been throwing strikes until last inning, had a little bit of issue with the strike zone. Lane's doing nothing but pounding the strike zone right now. Mullins will settle back into the batter's box. Lane will deliver. Swung on and fouled. Straight back over our heads. We'll reset it at no balls and 2 strikes. Again, bottom of the third, no score here at Bill Dotson Senior Memorial Field.
I'm not 100% sure, but that last strike that Brittany watched go by before she fouled that one off really looked like that Lane had put a little movement on that, almost kind of looked a little curveball, because I thought that ball was going to be really inside, and it kind of come right back over the plate. And Chad, that woke us up here.
I thought that was going to get you there.
Yeah.
Brittany Mullins fouls one right back at us.
That home plate umpire, Mike Day, kind of turns around and gives us a look.
He needs to pay attention to his job down there.
His partner out there, since we haven't mentioned the umpires today, Mike Day doing your behind the plate duties, and out at your base umpire is Mr. Bob Jeter. And you know what? Brittany Mullins hit one at me, and now she's hit one at you.
She's trying to get both of us on back-to-back pitches. Come on, Britt. What are you doing down there?
I'd have to have a glove. We maybe have to make one of these plays.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made either one of them. You've never seen me play ball. All right, still 0-2 to Brittany Mullins. She's fouled off a couple after going down 0-2. The next pitch, a little bit high. Again, down the heart of the plate, but certainly a little bit high, and that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, one thing, she's made this at bat go a lot longer and made Lexi Lane throw a lot more pitches than what she really wanted to.
Absolutely, because it looked like it was shaping up to be an awfully quick inning. The 1-2, that ball's high again, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brittany Mullins doing a really good job of working Lane here. She got a big smile on her face as she steps back into the batter's box. She'll hope to be having a smile on her face when she leaves the batter's box.
2-2, 2 outs to number 22. You don't get to say that often.
And that's a called strike 3 for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Central Warriors in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Score remains 0-0. You want to run back through the rest of those sponsors?
Yeah, I'll get through the rest of them. Other sponsors for Sturgill Sports Media and the Warrior Nation blog: Mr. Ben Harding, EMI, England Consultant Group, Home Changes, Powell Valley National Bank, R.H. Sturgill Construction, Little Henry's Excavating and Paving, Don Green with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and Southern Steel Tattoo.
And our game sponsor today, Dr. Christopher Basham.
That's right. Dr. Christopher Basham, family practitioner, is our game day sponsor. He's with Wellmont Medical Associates of Southwest Virginia. Offices are located in Big Stone Gap and Norton, Virginia. Phone number there, 276-523-6715.
And just a word about Dr. Basham. Over the last week, the Central High School 9 O'Clock Club did a performance of Footloose, a really incredible musical performance. Central first baseman Reagan Dotson had a nice role in that. Got to give her credit for that one. But Dr. Basham's son, Sam Basham, stole the show every single night with his performance, his portrayal of Willard in the Footloose, and just an absolutely great job. So if you're not going to support Dr. Basham because he's supporting Central softball, maybe do it because he's also supporting Central Theater. They have a really great group up there at Central High School.
Well, unfortunately, I have to say we didn't get a chance to make it out. Had a wife was a little sick. We actually had plans to go, and then we were out of town for baseball for the weekend. But Facebook lit up with nothing but great things, and I saw some pictures from Tim Cox and several other local photographers, and just amazing. Now batting the second baseman, number 24, Kate Pendleton.
And I'll turn it back over to you for play-by-play duties here, but I do want to say that Footloose was a fantastic performance, and if anyone who wants to support the 9 O'Clock Club, Jan Thompson and Billy Thompson do a great job with that.
I've been doing that for many, many years.
22 years now.
Wow. Here's the pitch from Haley Mullins. Ball in the dirt. Make the count 2 balls and no strikes to Pendleton.
Pendleton grounded to shortstop in the first inning for out number 3.
Kate doing the second base duties for the Lady Blue Devils here today. Here's the pitch from Mullins. Stays outside. And the count's going to go to 3-0. And I'd say Pendleton will get something to hit here, or she'll watch that token strike go by, Chad.
Well, she batted .425 as a sophomore last year. She may want to take a cut at this.
Strike 1. And she gave that half like I'm going to bunt, but I'm going to pull it back because I'm not going to swing. And it's 3-1 now.
I got to do something with my bat here. I'm
That's
going to show it to you.
3-1 count. She's going to swing, and she's going to hit this one right to the right fielder, Olivia Basham, off the top of her glove, and it's going to give Pendleton a double here for the Lady Blue Devils. So the first runner in scoring position now goes to the Lady Blue Devils with nobody out on the ball, but the wind probably played with a little bit there.
Well, that was a tough one anyway. It was a liner at Basham. She got there in plenty of time, but it looks like it was still rising. She kind of jumped a little bit forward. It goes off her glove for a double. Tough play, especially with the wind. The end result, leadoff hitter standing at second base, Kate Pendleton.
Now batting number 10, Alyssa Clark.
Here's the pitch from Haley Mullins. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to count. And you never know. I wonder how the official scorekeeper down there in the dugout, maybe a single and advance on the non-catch there, or a double, but we'll wait and see on that one. She went with a bunt. She went through with it. Strike 2. 0-2 now the count. And she's not very happy with herself, and she bashed the bat across her cleats there.
Ouch. You're right. I don't know how that's going to be scored on Basham right field. To me, it looked like a difficult play. I probably scored a clean hit.
I would too.
But they may be more difficult down there in the,
That one
down in the
about
dugout.
That one about got away from Haley Mullins there. She looked down quickly at her hand like she lost the grip on that because it was way outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second is Pendleton with the opening double here in the top of the 4th inning. Clark at bat. She takes another one outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That one way outside as well. Not as far as the last one that she kind of lost the grip on, but way out there, another waste pitch.
I think they'd like to see her hit something either to Brittany Mullins or Gracie Mullins over at short and third. Keep that runner at second, but she's going to get called. Strike 3 right down the pipe. Big pitch by Haley Mullins there, Chad.
Huge to get that strikeout. And, of course, that's 3 strikeouts now for Haley Mullins, 2 of which have been strikeouts looking. So that could not have come at a better time.
Well, that changes a lot for an offensive team now because, if you do bunt over here, then you're bunting over and you're going to get the second out. If it's unsuccessful, maybe they get to bat.
Now batting number 12, Kinsley Hammonds.
I got to remember we got to do those duties as well.
I know. I keep forgetting as well.
She does try to get the bunt down, but it's going to go foul. So, I understand the coaching philosophy there. Get the runner closer to home plate. A pass ball, she possibly scores. An infield single, she scores. A hit to the outfield, she scores. But you get yourself down to 1 out, so you really can't do. You're hoping for a lot of things with 2 outs than you would with just 1 out. So.
Coach Kara knows a lot more about softball than I ever do, but I'm not a fan of a bunt in that situation. I just think getting a runner at third with 2 outs is not worth it.
So here it happens for the Warriors. Nice play, almost gets her. I like the play, even though the runner's safe at first, Chad. I like the play of keeping the runner at second. And just like we just said a second ago, that's what we wanted, a hit to the left side of the field.
Number 17, Lexi Lane.
That's kind of a Brittany Mullins special. I've seen her do it many times over the year where she'll like fake a throw and try to get that runner on second to commit to third base, and she can run anybody down. The runner that's out there at second, Pendleton, was able to get back, but 1 out now, runners on first and second.
And Lexi Lane, she can only help herself here, the pitcher for the Lady Blue Devils.
Remember, she lined one into left field the first time.
Ball on the outside corner. I saw the umpires give the old patented infield fly rule. It is in effect here with runners on first and second, less than 2 outs. 1 out. Everybody's playing still. Same normal depth in the outfield, maybe shaded a little bit deeper at dead center. Time on the field. I'm not sure 100% what the time is here. He's going to go out and clean the pitching rubber off.
I've never seen you see him clean the plate off.
Yep.
I guess she might be slipping on the rubber out there, so I asked her to be cleaned off possibly. But
Gracie Mullins and Reagan Dotson, they're still playing their normal depth right at the bag at first and third, respectively. Brittany Mullins and Hannah Carter probably playing more in the double depth position to probably try to turn a double play, a quick ball hit to them in the outfield. Like I said, playing normal, maybe shaded a little bit at center field. Olivia Mullins maybe playing a little deeper than left and right. Pitch on the outside corner is going to make the count 2 balls and no strikes here to the pitcher, Lexi Lane.
This outfield, Gabby Hall, Olivia Mullins, Olivia Basham, all good athletes, pretty quick. They can cover a lot of ground out there. They'll want to cut down any extra base hits possible and maybe keep that run from scoring if there's a single.
Pitch on the outside corner, and all Lexi Lane can do is pop it up and behind us here at home plate.
Staying away from her. We'll see if she tries to go back inside like she did the first at bat when Lane drilled it into left field.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and that is what kind of perplexes me a little bit, that Gabby Hall's so far off the line with the way she shot that one down the line in the, I believe, the second inning it was. Ball high and outside now to Lexi Lane, and it's a 3-1 count, so she's definitely going to get something to hit here. Let's see what Haley Mullins has lined up for her.
Hitters count. Here comes the pitch.
Right back at her. Can we turn 2? We're just going to get 1. We're going to get 1, but the runner at third froze. So it's first and third now with 2 outs.
Well, Hannah Carter made a good play to get there, covered a lot of ground to get there, grabs the grounder, steps on second, and makes a throw to first. I was surprised the runner at third stopped because Hannah was kind of looking to throw it to first and didn't see the runner to come around third, but she held up.
Did you almost thought maybe Hannah thought that was 3 outs because she didn't come up firing right away?
Possibly.
Number 33, Cammie Lovelace.
It's possible, but I wonder what the runner
I don't. Yeah,
she was thinking as well.
I think
Like
there
Kate
were 2
Pendleton,
mistakes
right?
made there.
Yes, because she held up.
She thought about swinging. She holds the bat, and it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and third for the Blue Devils here in the top half of the 4th inning.
If she can work, Haley Mullins left a leadoff double up in the zone. And if she can somehow work her way out of this rally, it'll be an impressive comeback.
That ball comes in high, 2 balls, no strikes. Lady Blue Devil fan club down there in the dugout, as I like to call them, in softball, cheer a lot more than most other sports.
They get excited, those Blue Devils.
Swing on a pitch on the outside corner, fouled off behind us here. Going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Lovelace, a senior, she grounded the ball to Brittany Mullins at shortstop last inning. Fielder's choice as Mullins just stepped on second to retire the lead runner.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Chad. If Haley can get out of this little pickle, she'll be sitting pretty going into the 5th inning. And there's a big strike on the outside corner to even this count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you notice Lexi Lane, they pinch run again. We didn't note it a moment ago, but Kendall Quillen's pinch running over there, but she's not going anywhere trying to get into second scoring position as Brooke Porter's got a gun on the plate.
Haley Mullins gets the pitch call, time called now here by Lovelace. Well, and you kind of wonder if they wouldn't attempt something, Chad, to get out of that, force out at second and force out at first. If she could get over to second, then, the only force out you'd have would be at first base. But kind of like you, Brooks got it. Here's a little line, a little pop-up straight to Haley Mullins. Comes off the mound big time, gets the out, and gets herself out of a big jam here as we saw the first runner get into scoring position for the Lady Blue Devils. I believe, did we have just 1 hit?
No runs on 1 hit. No errors, left 2 runners on.
And at the end of 3.5, the score remains at 0-0.
And that was a really nice play by Haley Mullins coming off I start to say coming off the mound. There's no mound there. She's coming out of the circle. But it looked like that ball might drop. Gracie Mullins was coming hard, charging hard from third, but couldn't get there. Haley Mullins able to grab it. Really nice play.
Had a ton of spin on it.
It did. And, to work out of a runner on second, runner scoring position, no outs, jam, outstanding work by Central and pitcher Haley Mullins.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to become a sponsor. Email Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. Again, it's Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. Make sure you take a look at us on Facebook and Twitter. Twitter is at Sturgill's Media, and Facebook is Sturgill Sports Media. Don't forget, again, our game day sponsor today is Dr. Christopher Basham. He's family practitioner out of Big Stone Gap and Norton and is associated with Wellmont Medical Association of Southwest Virginia. Phone number down there is 276-523-6715.
So we go to the bottom of the 4th here. The Central Warriors only collected 1 hit in the first 3 innings. Gay City's only got 2 in their first 4 bats. Not a lot of offense today. Some really good pitching.
Well, and you said it last inning, the only hit was a leadoff hit to start the game off in the bottom of the first by Brittany Mullins.
9 consecutive hitters retired by Lexi Lane since that time.
Number 5, Olivia Mullins.
Olivia watched a called third strike, her first at bat. She's back in, dug in. Here's the pitch from Lane. She tries to get a bunt down. She attempts at it. Umpire says, yes, you did. Strike 1.
Not a bad idea to try to get your leadoff hitter on with a bunt. Olivia Mullins, obviously a good athlete. Another one of those players from the Central basketball team, really good guard. Maybe try to get this leadoff hitter on base any way you can and get something going.
She was always, in my opinion, kind of the spark on the basketball team. Here's a pop-up out of play behind us, strike 2.
Well, she's the one that you sort of always wanted the ball in her hands in a tight moment. Really good ball handler. Really could see the floor well. And you know what? Pretty good softball player, too. He's just a junior.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Can she run it out? Throw over for Thompson. Nice throw by Thompson over to Lovelace to retire Olivia Mullins.
And a really nice stretch as well from Lovelace at first. She had to really stretch because she only beat the throw only beat her by a half a step. Olivia Mullins hustling down the line.
The catcher, number 3, Brooke Porter.
Sarah Thompson deep in the hole over there at shortstop and throws a bullet.
She got a gun
over to Lovelace to retire the out. And I'm like you, that stretch was pretty nice.
Probably safe without that stretch.
I would agree.
Nice play. Brooke Porter's batting now. She's the catcher. She struck out swinging last time, back in the first.
Brooke looking to get something going here for the Lady Warriors. Pitch on the outside and high, ball 1.
10 straight hitters retired by a Gate City pitcher. Lexi Lane.
Kind of wonder what her season, what her win-loss is on the season.
I'd like to know. Absolutely. We don't have those stats in front of us.
Here's a shot out to the shortstop. Looked a little deeper to me and left Thompson under it as the wind took it a little bit to the outfield grass and retires Brooke Porter on a high pop out to the shortstop.
Now, off the bat, I thought that might get out there. And then when I saw it wasn't going to get out there, it looked like it might hit one of these power lines above the field. We were talking earlier, one of the ground rules here. That ball's in play if it hits the line.
Yeah, I've always thought that was an interesting feature here at Lady Warrior softball field.
The third baseman, number 10, Gracie Mullins.
Ball fell right back into the fence here for strike 1. I guess I'll ask you, maybe you know, Chad, is the field dedicated to anybody? Is it named for anyone, or is it just Lady Warrior softball field?
Well, it is named for someone. Interesting you ask. I don't know if you knew the answer to this before you asked, but it's named for my grandfather, William Dotson Sr. Years ago, he started Little League. He and his wife, my grandmother, Dorothy Dotson, still 90 years old, 90 years young this week.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, it's not her birthday this week, but she is 90 years young, and
gotcha.
she was able to come out to watch the Footloose production with her great-granddaughter in it, so it's been a good week for our family.
Absolutely.
1-1 count to Gracie Mullins here.
She swings, fouls one up and out of play. I have to be honest with you, I thought that was the name of it, but wasn't 100% sure because when I got online today, I looked it up, and it said Velton Dotson Park. Well, I thought, well, that's out of the Little League fields. Yeah. So why am I going here? And so I messaged Evan. He said, yeah, it's still right there. And I said, okay.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
I got you. Yeah.
Great uncle, I guess, Velton Dotson. Brothers of Bill Dotson Sr.
Most of the time, if you say Dotson or Mullins and Wise, you're talking about a lot of people.
That's right. Absolutely. No question about it.
Strike 2, the call on the foul there. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gracie Mullins.
Another Mullins, right?
She lines one into center field for a base hit. That was a shot back up the middle there, Chad.
Well, after 10 straight hitters retired, Gracie Mullins, wow, really hard, well struck back into center field. She'll be on first base.
If she doesn't hit that, go ahead. I'll let you hit that, and I'll say.
Number 20, the second baseman, Hannah Carter.
Again, stick with us. We're having.
And she hits that anywhere else, but right at the second, the center fielder, she's got extra bases, easy.
Absolutely, that ball would have been to the fence in a hurry.
Here's another foul ball out of play, and the last 2 batters for the Lady Warriors seem like they may be starting to see Lexi Lane a little bit better because, that was a pretty good swing and cut on the ball. She just missed that one.
And even the ball that Olivia Mullins grounded out on was fairly well struck. So hopefully the Central Warriors are starting to dig their heels in a little bit. Carter, of course, struck out her first time around, but has played a really good second base. And again, it was said earlier, lots of power. It'd be nice to get one up in the air. Looks like now, I can't tell. Looks like that wind might be blowing out to right field.
Looks like I'll tell you something that we say a lot on the radio out at the UVA-Wise softball games. After that pitch, ball high and outside. But, literally, the wind at Cavalier Field at UVA-Wise, every inning changes, it seems. It's either blowing dead out, and the next thing you know, it's blowing dead out to right field, or then it's blowing dead into home plate. It's kind of weird. But here's a foul behind us here at home plate. Makes it count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's not always windy here, but when it is, it's a swirling wind sometimes. And
I'll tell you this, at Dotson Park out at the Little League field, it never quits blowing there.
That's the coldest place in America, and the wind never stops. You're right.
It'll be 85 degrees, and it feels like 60 out there.
That is a fact.
So here's 1-2 count. The pitch comes way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Lady Blue Devil faithful thought that was strike 3. From my vantage point, and I'm sitting right above the plate, it was inside.
It was inside. We do have a good vantage point on the inside-outside here. Again, bottom of the 4th. No runs for either team here. Cavaliers have 2 outs.
Getting loud. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. As Hannah Carter has seen a lot of pitches here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, and she's fouled the 3 or 4 that she's fouled up, all been right in the same direction, right up above us to the right side. Now the wind's blowing out to left.
That was 30 seconds ago, right?
If you don't like the weather, just wait 30 seconds.
Fouled off right behind us again, Chad.
I think we'll be looking at the 9th pitch of this at bat here now. So, again, Lexi Lane throwing a lot of pitches all of a sudden. And if the Warriors can get deep into some counts here, maybe do some work on the freshman, get her a little bit tired.
I think that would be a good game plan if she's going deep into the counts here. Here's another one, fouled off again. So the 10th or the 9th pitch, we're heading to the 10th.
Will be the 10th, yes. And again, fouled in the same area. She's really close to squaring this ball up. If she does, it could go for a while.
Her Lady Warrior teammates trying to get her fired up from the dugout.
They're having a good time down there, aren't they? Yeah.
I was looking to see if it was the fans, and then I looked around, and it's the players. So off-speed pitch drilled, and give it to her off the fence. Man, I thought that one was out of here. But that might score the first run. Here's the throw to home. Save. She's going to try to go to third, and she's going to be tagged out. But that is going to get the first run across the plate. Great base running by Gracie Mullins there, knowing 2 outs. Chad, she was leaving as soon as the ball was hit. I truly feel like Hannah Carter was robbed of a home run. It was off the top of the fence.
It hit just below the plastic piping, above the yellow piping above the top of the fence, and it really didn't. It was just about to the deepest part of the ballpark. That ball was well struck, and I think the wind kept it up just a little bit. I thought it was going to go. I thought it was a good decision as well. You don't ever want to make the first or third out at third base, but it looked like a pretty good decision to try to go to third there.
Well, and Hammond's there for the Lady Blue Devils, Chad. I mean, she didn't get out at home. The ball hit the ground, and she picked it up and fired down to third to get Hannah out at third. And that was a nice defensive play there. Pretty good relay from the outfield. Made the play at the plate a little bit a little closer than it maybe should have been. Gracie didn't have to slide. She was able to just step across the plate, and then they were able to fire down and get the third out.
And the throw from Hammonds was perfect.
Hey, give Hannah a double and thrown out going to third. But, hey, she pushed the first run across, and if the game stays the way it's going to be, we may see a 1-0 shutout.
I'll take that. Central did get 1 run on 2 hits there at the end of 4 complete innings. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Central has a 1-0 lead over Gate City. So you're right. I mean, I thought that was a really good relay in and a really good throw from Hammonds. I thought it wasn't a bad decision for Carter to go for Coach Sturgill to bring Carter to third. Just took a perfect throw to get her, and that's what they got.
Yeah, especially after the ball hit the dirt there at home plate. I would have brought her too, and like you said, it just took a really good play by the Gate City catcher to do it. Now batting is going to be the third baseman, number 2, Kirsten Quillen. Need to give us a longer cord here, don't you, Chad?
I think they do need to. Kirsten Quillen's going to be bad, and she struck out looking last time back in the 3rd inning. She'll square the bump, but she'll pull it back. There'll be a ball outside from Haley Mullins.
You know, the wind turned just a little bit as Hannah hit that ball, too. It kind of turned in.
It might have turned 2 or 3 times the way the wind's been blowing here today. So Quillen, of course, a freshman. She'll dig back into the box here. These Gate City hitters step out of the box, take a lot of time, I've noticed. Mullins will deliver the 1-0 pitch. That'll be 2 balls and no strikes. That ball's low and in the dirt.
I tell you, get a moment here, maybe a break in the action. I'll tell you my philosophy on Major League Baseball going to these mound visits compared to what she just did of stepping out of the box. And I'll talk about one of my favorite players.
That ball's lined over the head of second baseman Hannah Carter. That'll get down into right field, and that'll be a single for Kirsten Quillen, to lead off the inning.
Now batting is going to be the center fielder, number 7, Erica Lane.
Okay, Erica Lane, the center fielder, will hit now. She walked in her last at bat, but again, Gate City got a little something going here with a leadoff single off the bat of Kirsten Quillen at first. Lane will square the bunt, fielded quickly by Haley Mullins. She throws it to Hannah Carter covering first. The runner, Quillen, will advance to second base, but that'll be a sacrifice bunt. 1-4, 1 out, and we'll come back around to the top of the lineup.
Now back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Blue Devils. Number 1, the shortstop, Sarah Thompson. You know, really nice bunt there. But I tell you what I like to watch is how a defensive team moves when they're on bunt coverage. And the Lady Warriors did a really good job there. Reagan Dotson coming in hard. Haley Mullins coming in hard. Gracie Mullins. And Hannah Carter doing her job covering first base to get the out.
Perfectly executed. Sarah Thompson's going to come up, the freshman. She'll take ball 1. Quillen dancing off second base out there, but she's not going anywhere. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes. Thompson has a little pop out to a shortstop and grounded into a fielder's choice in her last at bat to shortstop. So she hit the short both times here today, and she'll dig back in. Eventually, at some point, she's going to draw another X in the dirt. She does that before every pitch. And now, there we go. All right, back in the box. That ball is going to be a strike on the outside corner to even it up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll tell you something, Chad, right now, a big moment for Haley Mullins is she's going to see it's 1 out. She's definitely going to see 1 and 2 in the lineup. She may see 3. If you get through this, you step back in the 6th and the 7th inning, you're going to start seeing the bottom of the lineup.
Could work out nicely. Thompson's still outside of the box. By the time she gets back in the box here, she may be a sophomore. The 1-1 pitch from Haley Mullins, that's inside. It'll be taken. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there she goes again.
At my half inning, I'll talk about the baseball and the mound visit rule.
I want to hear that. Although we may have time in between
Well,
pitches and Thompson's at bats here. Oh, now she's going to look at there's Coach No calls a play, and he'll look down. Now she'll draw another X in the dirt. Not sure what that signifies. And now she'll get back in. Haley Mullins' pitch. Swung on, grounded to Hannah Carter at second base. Carter fields it. Throws easily to Reagan Dotson at first, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Runner Quillen will advance from second to third, but now there are 2 away for Alexis Flannery.
Baseball and softball, the most superstitious sport out there. She's probably been doing that since she was in Little League.
That's right. Hey, it's worked for her, I'm sure.
I'll get her the next pitch.
Ball 1 to Alexis Flannery gets away from catcher Brooke Porter. She's on it quick, and it'll be ball 1.
The right fielder, number 20, Alexis Flannery at bat.
Flannery's grounded to second baseman Hannah Carter twice in this game already. Left-handed batter. She's pulled it over to the right side both times. She'll dig back in. She's not taking much time. Her front foot just on the edge of the inside edge of the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. It's inside. It looks like almost clipped her way inside. That'll be 2 balls.
I really thought if she wanted to stand in there and take that one, she probably could have been down on first and made a first and third situation, but she barely moved out of the way to not get hit there.
No, I don't blame her. I don't want to get hit either. 2 balls and no strike. Here comes the pitch from Haley Mullins, also on the inside. That's popped up to first baseman. Reagan Dotson settles under it. Out number 3 for the second straight inning. Gate City gets the leadoff runner on base, but Haley Mullins works her way out of it into 4.5. It's 1-0 Central Warriors.
Well, Haley Mullins really locking it down the last 2 innings after giving up those leadoff hits. Really in a jam that time with a leadoff double or runner over to second after the sacrifice bunt, but and especially going back into the top of the lineup with Sarah Thompson coming to the plate, and a nice job of getting out of that.
Well, again, it could have been disastrous. We said you come around to the top, you got 1 out with a runner in scoring position, and your 1-2 hitters up. That could have been disastrous. So Mullins bears down, and never a dull moment for Haley Mullins. Works her way right out of it, no problem.
2 things I'll talk to you, Chad, about.
Let's hear it.
Number 1, game of softball has changed so much that we saw Sarah Thompson do it, that she looked down on her wristband to get, instead of giving signs,
they're all wearing the wristbands.
They're all wearing wristbands. Now, you see that at the college level as far as on pitches. You still, the coach gives signs. Baseball still a long way away from that. They're still giving signs, and the catcher's still giving signs and all that jazz. But softball, and for me, from a coaching standpoint, I like it. You don't have to worry about anybody stealing your signs. And if you can look, I hate to say it, in the world we live in today, if I can look down at my wristband and see that says hit and run, I'm not going to mess up whether or not the coach, did she touch her nose or her ear or
did
what?
She call off the sign?
Exactly.
Or,
So the only person to blame if you can't read the card right is yourself that's standing in the batter's box or the runner that's standing on first.
Absolutely.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, going to be the right fielder, number 13, Olivia Basham.
Olivia Basham will come up now. She's 0 for 1. Popped out to the first baseman. Really nice play by the first baseman last time up. And Lexi Lane will begin her 5th inning of work with a ball high and away. Lane has allowed 3 hits, 1 run over the first 4 innings of work. She'll settle back in, take the rubber. Basham's ready. The pitch swung on and missed. That ball was almost in the same area as the last one. Basham takes a healthy cut.
I was going to say, she took a big cut right there.
She did. She saw what Hannah Carter did a minute ago. She wanted a part of that. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and fouled back up over our heads. 1 ball and 2 strikes. KC defense looks like it's playing pretty well straight up. Somewhat shallow in center field, given that, of course, this is a small field. It's hard to be too shallow. There's not a whole lot of room out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. Oh, actually not grounded back. Looked like it bounced up there, but that was a little soft liner to the pitcher. And easy out, 1 away.
Now batting the designated player, number 35, Callie Mullins.
Callie Mullins up now. She struck out looking last time.
Lexi Mullins ready to wheel and deal.
Swung on and missed by Callie Mullins. No balls and 1 strike. And, this first ball she swung at, I think all 3 of her strikes in her last at-bat were looking. She doesn't get cheated when she takes a swing, and it often goes far. So she'll try to get hold of one here. No balls and 1 strike. Again, another big swing. No way she's going to go down looking again this time. But that goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Both those pitches been a little bit off the plate, maybe close to the corner, but Mullins is offered at him. All right, Lane, a little confused as to what the call is. There you hear 1-3-5. She looks down at her wristband, steps onto the rubber, delivers, swung and missed. Strike 3. Again, same place on the outside corner, but that's another strikeout for Callie Mullins.
Callie just didn't look like she made any adjustments right there, Chad. Maybe she should have slid a little bit closer to the plate since she was staying outside. But
the pitches were all in the same place.
I saw you cheating already. That's Keely Balthus.
Now pinch hitting for the Lady Warriors going to be number 14, Keely Balthus.
Keely Balthus, a sophomore, will be pinch hitting for Central here. Balthus, another one that has all kinds of power when she gets hold of one. Pinch hitting for Reagan Dotson.
I saw you write that down before she ever got up here. You looking down there on the on-deck circle.
Oh, yeah. Upset dad up here, mad that his daughter's getting pinch hit for. No, absolutely not. That's not true at all. Keely's a fine hitter. And, again, she's one that if she can get one up in the air with the wind blowing, it'll go across the road up there. Just all kinds of power. Again, another one of the sophomore crew. She's started a number of games this year at third base. A really good young player. The future's really bright for this Central High School program. It'll all be about pitching the next few years as Haley Mullins. She's a senior who's going to be going to King to pitch next year. She moves on to the college ranks. How the pitching comes together for this Central team is that's going to be tell the tale for the next few years, because they're certainly going to have the hitters. All right, so Balthus will settle in. Finally.
I think I saw on the stat sheet there's only been one other pitcher pitch for the Warriors this year, and that was Hannah Carter.
Ball 1 high. That's true. Hannah Carter. She's a good. As we said, a sophomore, really good pitcher in her own right. Brooke Porter is also a really good pitcher, but she's so good at catcher, it's hard to put her in the circle. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Sturgill does next year in terms of pitching. That's a big swing and a miss from Keely Balthus. Another pitcher is freshman Callie Mullins is a really fine pitcher as well. So there's going to be some competition next year to be that number 1 starter. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Keely Balthus. She's in. She's swinging her bat, and that's a swing and a miss again, high and away. Sort of the same pitch that Callie Mullins had some trouble with a moment ago, but now it counts 1-2.
You're kind of like you and I are kind of like me and Steve Kern out at college. You're the me at the college, and I'm the Steve Kern because I know a lot more about UVA softball than Steve does.
Well, I've followed these girls for a while.
You have.
Keely Balthus takes the pitch right down the middle, and that'll be strike 3. Looking at no runs, no hits, no errors. The end of 5 complete innings. Central 1, Gate City 0. And you're right. I've watched these girls, a lot of them play travel softball over the years, all the way up to middle school and JV, and they're a fun group to follow because they're really, really competitive. I try to say this just about every time. Anybody that thinks that the girls are any less competitive than the guys needs to come watch this Central Warriors bunch, because they are absolutely as competitive as anyone you'll see.
Listen, I've said it on my broadcast out at the Cavalier Field for softball. My wife and I, we enjoy watching the College World Series of softball probably much more than I mean, I'm a baseball guru, but it's just, I don't hate to say it. I'll just say it. They play the game. It's so much quicker. It is. The ball's to you, so, in my opinion, so much quicker. And the throws that you have to make where the bases are closer in, it's amazing, I think.
It is. And, I tell people, everybody knows how much I love baseball. And I do love baseball. I absolutely love it. But I tell people all the time that softball is a much better spectator sport because it is. It's so quick, and the girls are so good. I guess let's move on to the 6th inning. I'm going to turn the play-by-play duties back over to you. Let me announce the leadoff hitter here.
Leading off, the second baseman, Kate Pendleton.
Well, I will say this: Reagan has re-entered the ball game at first base.
She has come back into the game at first base, so subbed back in. Looks like defensively we're the same everywhere else, and they're playing straight up here. Although 4 of the Warriors have now put on their own
You
sweatshirts.
took the words out of my mouth. I was getting ready to make the same comment. Well, Haley Mullins is going to step back on the mound. She'll wind, deliver. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Another one you wouldn't see in the game of baseball. She's got a white glove on there. There's
She
a difference
does,
if you play with that yellow ball.
That's right. That's absolutely right. You couldn't get away with that in baseball.
Haley Mullins sets, winds up, delivers. Ball 2 high. Make count 2-0, and unfortunately, I haven't got away from Brooke. My old pitching coach used to say, the catcher don't work the pitcher too hard.
That's right. She's working hard enough as it is. Don't work her too much. We've talked the last couple innings about Haley working her way out of trouble, and she has. But you look up after 5 innings, no runs and 3 hits is all she's allowed. So,
Has she really been in that much trouble?
maybe she's not as much trouble as we thought. She's really that stat line looks going to look good in the box score, certainly. Timeout called here by the umpire. I don't know. Probably Joseph Porter down there in the dugout yelling something at the umpire. He's a problem down there sometimes.
Well, he asked, he said, what? And they said, we didn't say anything. Foul ball right back here to the home plate fence.
Right. Who, me? No, never. All right, Kate Pendleton is 1 for 2 on the day. She had that leadoff double back in the 4th and then was stranded at 3rd, grounded to shortstop back in the 1st.
Okay, in a minute, maybe, do you know the Mountain 7 standings by any chance?
I do not.
Here's a hot shot down the third baseline. It gets to Gracie Mullins. Again, another hard hit ball there by Pendleton. Gets to Gracie Mullins really before she can ever get the glove down and goes into left field.
Number 10, Alyssa Clark.
Yeah, that ball got on top of Gracie Mullins in a hurry, and we talk about why they need to wear the face masks, and that's exactly why. It wasn't in danger of hitting her, but it gets down there so quickly. This is a smaller field than it is on baseball. It can get on top of you in a hurry.
So a quick bunt here.
Some confusion there.
Yeah, Haley Mullins just looked at the dugout, and she actually said, that's my bad. I should have made that play.
Ball was bunted in front of the plate. You had all the players, Mullins, Dotson, and Haley Mullins, converging as they do quickly, and a little bit of confusion if you pick it up. Haley Mullins looked like she was going to grab it and then pulled away, and all hands are safe. Runners, now again, first 2 runners this inning get on base, and she's been working her way out of trouble the last 2 innings. She'll have to do it again.
First and second, nobody out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 12, the catcher, Kinsley Hammonds.
She'll get another bunt down, and it's a beaut. Brooke Porter fires down to Hannah Carter to get the first out here in the inning. But it gets the job done for the Lady Blue Devils as they're going to have 2 runners in scoring position. Ducks on the pond at 2nd and 3rd for the Blue Devils with the pitcher coming to the plate.
Number 17, the pitcher, Lexi Lane.
And if you saw on that one, Brooke Porter out of her crotch in a hurry, and she put her hand up to everyone. I've got this. Get out of the way. There's no confusion about who's going to get that one. Fires it down to first quickly. Looks like Dotson and Mullins will be in on the corners here. Actually, everyone on the infield in as we got runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Try to
One
cut
out.
down on that run. Here's the pitch. Ball outside to Lexi Lane. They've stayed outside to Lexi Lane all day except on one pitch. That's the one they come in about 4 inches on the inside plate, and she was able to turn and drive it down the left field line. So I bet they'll stay outside.
I doubt they'll make that mistake again.
So it's 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Gets by Brooke barely. She able to corral it very quickly and keep the runner Pendleton down at 3rd base. Pendleton at 3rd. The designated player Clark at 2nd. Those are your runners at 2nd and 3rd. To count 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The Lady Warriors lead 1-0.
Lexi Lane 1 for 2 on the day. That single.
They come low. Here she comes. Pendleton's going to try to score, and she will score. So the first run crosses the plate, Chad, for the Lady Blue Devils on a probably a wild pitch as that hit the dirt before it ever got to Brooke. So a wild pitch.
I was getting ready to say just before that pitch, it's really hard for anyone to score on those that get away from the catcher because, number 1, there's not a lot of room behind the backstop. Number 2, Brooke Porter's so quick. That ball deflected out to the right towards the Gate City dugout. Just enough time to score Pendleton from 3rd. They were all knotted up, 1 apiece here in the top of the 6th.
2 balls and a strike to count. She's going to try to get a bunt down, a little squeeze play. She's going to go first, get the out. but that's going to sacrifice the run. And that's going to give the Lady Blue Devils the lead 2-1. And I thought that Gracie Mullins there for a minute was going to hold on to the ball and keep Clark there at third. Instead goes to first to get the out, and Clark takes off for home and scores easily.
Number 33, the first baseman, Cammie Lovelace.
You're right. She looked the runner like she was going to look her back, but then went ahead and threw to first, and the runner didn't go back and scored fairly easily.
Here's a shot to Brittany Mullins. She picks it up on the bounce, throws over, almost pulls Reagan off the bag, but makes a good stretch out and gets the third out. But after 5.5, the Lady Blue Devils have taken their first lead of the day, 2-1.
2-1, 2 big runs on 2 hits that inning, and just as quickly as Central gets the lead, they give it right back. So Haley wasn't able to work her way out of trouble that inning. You want to run through some of the sponsors here real quick? Well,
We'll do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll first talk about our game day sponsor. That's Dr. Christopher Basham, with a family practitioner with Wellmont Medical Association Associates of Southwest Virginia. He has offices located in Big Stone Gap and Norton. The phone number down there is 276-523-6715. Again, thanks for being our game day sponsor, Dr. Christopher Basham. Our full list of sponsors: Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Morgan McClure, Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Virginia, Robo's Drive-In, Pound IGA, Rainbow Gymnastics, Morgan McClure Ford of St. Paul, Virginia, Chelsea Industrial Supply, Mr. Ben Harding, EMI, England Consultant Group, Home Changes, Powell Valley National Bank, R.H. Sturgill Construction, Little Henry's Excavating and Paving, Don Green with Napoleon Hill Foundation, and Southern Steel Tattoo.
Leading off, the pitcher, number 1, Haley Mullins.
Again, thanks to those sponsors for their continued support of Sturgill Sports Media, Warrior Nation blog, and Warrior Athletics.
Haley Mullins, the pitcher, will be leading off to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
Lexi Lane, she's got the lead back. She's got to do her job for the loyal Blue Devil fans.
I'll say this about Haley Mullins. We talk about her giving up the lead there, but again, she's given up 2 runs on 5 hits in 6 innings, and really not that many hard hit balls. It's not like she's pitching poorly, just on the wrong end of the scoreboard today.
Count 1-0 to her. Here's the pitch. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. And I hate to say it, unfortunately, right now, the 2 runs, probably mental mistakes by the Lady Warriors on two bunted balls and a slow roller down to third.
Absolutely. I mean, it just sort of manufacturing runs for Gate City, and Central did not execute.
Strike down the middle to Haley Mullins. It'd be 2 balls and 1 strike.
Central likes to get Haley Mullins hitting the 9th spot. You know, she's sort of a second leadoff hitter. She's quick. She has a decent on-base percentage, so you can get her on. You can really do some things when you come back around to the top of the lineup. Really effective lineup strategy for Justin Sturgill.
Yeah, I would agree. Here's a pop-up to Sarah Thompson, though, that's going to get the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Haley Mullins jammed on the inside and pops that up.
The shortstop, number 22, Brittany Mullins.
Yeah, that little bit inside, right off the fist. Haley Mullins constantly trying to take things over to the shortstop, third baseman's head into left field. Just got under it a little bit, popped it up. Brittany Mullins will be batting now.
Well, I've seen Brittany Mullins knock down some big-time threes for the Lady Warrior basketball team. It's time for her to knock down a shot. Straight to center field, though, and the catch made by the center fielder, Eric Lane.
Yeah, you know, that was the one that maybe if the wind had been blowing at that time, the flag's just draped down around the pole right now. No wind at all. That's one that might have carried out a little earlier in the game. Up easily for Lane in center field.
Number 5, the center fielder, Olivia Mullins.
So the Warriors now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, looking for a 2-out rally. Pitch outside corner, ball 1.
That's Olivia Mullins is 0 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to short in her last at-bat, struck out looking in the 1st inning.
So Olivia, your center fielder for the Lady Warriors, looking to get something going here. It's 1-0. Here's a pitch, swing, and a shot right back of the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Olivia Mullins, and hopefully get something started. A little 2-out rally, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got a hat on at home, turn it sideways. Get us going here.
Get those rally guys going for Brooke Porter.
Number 3, the catcher, Brooke Porter.
And this is who you want up at the plate with well, with any number of outs, but certainly with the runner on base. Brooke Porter, she 5 home runs last year.
Coming into the day, she leads the team in batting average, 478 coming into the day. So definitely who you want to see. She swings at the first pitch, got a good swing on it, and fouls it right back behind us here at home plate.
Healthy cut, trying to give Central the lead with one swing of the bat, and certainly, as we said, she's capable of that. Much better hitter than her dad, Joseph Porter.
You throw a lot of shots out here, Chad.
Just see if he's listening. Just see if he's listening.
Oh, strike 2 called. A little outside high for me, but he's been pretty consistent all day, so I'm not going to say anything to Mr. Day.
He has been. He's done a good job there, but that one certainly, from our vantage point, looked like it was off the plate outside.
0-2 the count here to Brooks. She's got to protect. Swinging strike 3, and that's going to be it for the Lady Warriors here in the bottom of the 6th. So we're going to go to the final inning of the ball game, the top of the 7th. The Blue Devils to come at bat. And Chad, I have your play-by-play.
Well, that was a good, not the best opportunity with 2 outs certainly, but you got one of your best hitters up, maybe your best hitter. Good opportunity to put a charge into one, unable to do it. So we're going to do for some excitement here as we go to the 7th inning. Central losing to Gate City 2-1.
Chad, now I'll give you my perspective on the delay of game and how baseball's kind of tried to stop that. Is I'm sure you already said you're a big baseball fan with the mound visits now this year to try to cut down on the number of times a catcher goes out to talk to a pitcher, or a manager comes out and talks. To me, the problem in Major League Baseball and most baseball, softball games is the amount of time batters take outside once they get to the batter's box. And my favorite player of all time is Derek Jeter. And I love the guy to death, but every pitch he would step out of the box, he'd have to unwrap his gloves and then rewrap them, then dig back in time, and then he's ready to hit.
Human rain delay.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming to the plate for the Lady Blue Devils is going to be the third baseman, number 2, Kirsten Quillen.
I agree with you. I think if you're going to make any change, and I don't know that you need to tinker with baseball too much. I like it as it is, but if you're going to do one thing, make them stay in the batter's box. It's going to cut down on time again more than just about anything. I agree 100%.
I saw a statistic the other day with the mound visits. The games have improved by 4 minutes.
4 whole minutes. So that's 4 minutes of our life that we will get back. Quillen swings and misses the first pitch from Haley Mullins. She'll be an 0-1 count.
I'm going to head up Wednesday and watch a night game, day game duo for the Reds. Maybe bring them some luck.
They need some luck. For the worst start in franchise history. Haley Mullins will lean and fire. That ball's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't know why you do that to yourself. Go watch the Cincinnati Reds, but good luck with that. I went up there earlier this year, and it irritated me to see the scoreboard now that says mound visits, counting down the mound visits. Oh, come on. All right, so Quillen there she goes, gets back into the box. Haley Mullins reaches back, fires. That ball's on the outside corner. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quillen 1 for 2 on the day. She struck out back in the 3rd. She singled, but was stranded at second base back in the 5th inning. She's back in the batter's box. Mullins rubs the ball on her uniform pants, rocks and fires. That ball's outside again, working the outside, but that one's off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be a good inning for Haley Mullins to get it 1, 2, 3, get in and maybe get these bats going. Have a walk-off win like we did first time we did a baseball game this year for Central High. Oh, that ball in the dirt, swung on a miss. Brooke Porter onto it quickly, throws it down to Dotson at first, and that's 1 away on the strikeout. 2-3.
What a nice off-speed pitch there. Quillen way out in front. Great again, a great job by Brooke Porter, able to block it up and throw quickly down to Reagan at first and get a quick first out here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 7, Erica Lane.
Yeah, that ball was in the dirt, and Brooke Porter blocks it up nicely. A really tough one. Ball's grounded to first base. Reagan makes the play. She's going to have to hustle over to first. She gets back over to first, barely in time to retire Lane on 3 unassisted. That was one where earlier we had it. Reagan deferred to the second baseman. That one she went and grabbed.
She had to go further that time.
She did, even further than the last one, yes.
Now batting for the Lady Blue Devils, the shortstop, number 1, Sarah Thompson.
All right, we're 2 away here in the 7th inning. Sarah Thompson will come to bat, so settle in for a long at bat here maybe. Thompson draws her X in the dirt, gets into the dugout, and here's the first pitch from Haley Mullins. That ball's a strike on the outside corner, and Haley Mullins doing a really good job this inning of hitting her spots, it looks like. Thompson 0 for 3 today.
I'd like to ask her what that method is there.
I'd like to know. It certainly works for her. We're not criticizing her at all. Oh, there's an off-speed pitch, and Thompson way out in front. Beautiful pitch from Haley Mullins. It's 0-2.
She took a couple extra steps up the line and kind of frustrated it that she let Haley fool her on that pitch.
What are you going to do? That's a tough pitch, and for a hitter,
It is.
it's not a lot you can do. So 0-2 count. Mullins sort of a waste pitch there on the outside. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Try to get her to chase, but Thompson's not going to chase that. All right, looks like choking up just a little bit on the bat. Mullins will rock and fire the 1-2 pitch way outside. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson's not going to chase that.
No, she's too. She knows what's coming. All the pitches have been on the outside, and she's looking for that pitch. She may get called on a called strike, but she's going to see her pitch.
Oh, another off-speed pitch. That one's going to be high, though. And so that's going to run the count full. You're right. Very disciplined. Not even down 2 strikes. Not extending outside the zone, waiting for a pitch to hit. All right, 2 outs here. Gate City up 2-1, top of the 7th inning. Sarah Thompson has a full count. Haley Mullins delivers. That ball swung on and fouled off out to the right side, and we'll do it all again.
They hit up there at the. We might have woke somebody up there at the concession stand.
I hope so. They need to be waking up there. That group up there, I don't know about them. No, they're doing a great job. If you've not been out to the field here, they do a great job at Central. Field looks wonderful. Talk about the weather. Still looks wonderful. Swung on and grounded off Haley Mullins' glove. Brittany Mullins comes up with it. Unable to get it out of her glove to throw it over. So Sarah Thompson will reach with a 2 out. I'd call that an infield single.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to saying 1-6-3 put out there. But I think that little tip of the glove kind of messed Brittany up there at short. She couldn't ever really get the handle on the ball.
Threw her off just a little bit, yes.
I think she made the smart throw, ate it there, and didn't make the throw over. Yeah, I'll get a next pitch.
At the plate for the Lady Blue Devils, the right fielder, number 20, Alexis Flannery.
So Flannery takes ball 1. Thompson dancing around out on first base, gives them something to think about. The Warriors with 2 outs. Flannery, left-handed hitter, swings and lines it over the second baseman's head. Hannah Carter, Olivia Basham on it quickly, gets it back, fires to third, which allows the runner Flannery to advance to second. So I give her a single. She advanced to second on the throw. Sarah Thompson advances to third on the hit. Now all of a sudden the Blue Devils are in business with 2 outs, runners on second and third.
Well, Chan, the only question I'll ask, and maybe I just missed it, who was the cutoff right there? Because Hannah went out in the outfield and Brittany stayed at short and didn't kind of come in and there was no one on second or really no one there for the cut. So the ball was definitely going to be thrown into third base there.
Only place Olivia Basham had to throw it there, and of course allows the other runner to get into second base. But yeah, there might have been a little miscommunication there in terms of execution.
Now heading to the plate for the Lady Blue Devils is going to be the second baseman, number 24, Kate Pendleton.
Kate Pendleton comes to the plate. She's got 2 hits and 3 at-bats here today. Number 3 hitter, hit 425 as a sophomore last year. This is the role that Gate City wants up right now. She'll take strike 1 off the outside corner. So 2-out rally for Gate City, trying to extend this lead.
Big strike there by Haley Mullins. Great job hitting her spot, and even better job by Brooke Porter behind the plate, framing that up for the umpire.
Absolutely. All right, Pendleton's back in the box. Mullins will reach back and she'll fire. Oh, as that off-speed bounces in the dirt, Brooke Porter all over, but that's going to be ball 1.
I know Lexi Lane hit one down the left field line on an inside pitch, but Pendleton's now crowding the plate big time. But she's kind of stepped away this pitch. She was really up on it last time. See if she changes the next pitch.
Here's the 1-1 pitch coming from Haley Mullins. Way outside. That's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike.
Haley went back outside, and the last pitch before that one, Pendleton really was right up on the plate. Now she's back in her normal stance, a little bit off the plate.
All right, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2-1 lead for Gate City. Swung on and grounded right back to Haley Mullins. She takes the easy throw over to first, and there's out number 3. So get a couple of hits there for Gate City. No run scored. They'll leave them both stranded at the end of 6.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Gate City 2, Central 1.
Chad, as you look down through her stat line today, you're going to have to say that Coach Sturgill and Coach Compton are going a look at 7 innings from Haley Mullins, and she went in and did her job.
She absolutely did her job. I mean, no, you can't complain about the pitcher coming out against a team like Gate City with some good hitters, only giving up 2 runs. This Central team had almost all their hitters back from last year's team that set a school record for home runs. It's a team that you would expect to score a lot of runs, and Lexi Lane's held them down, but 2 runs should be enough for this Central offense.
Well, and I really wonder at the end of the day, when we see the final stat sheet, are they both earned, or is it one earned, one unearned?
I believe they're both earned as I look back at my scorebook. So, yeah, both earned, but maybe not errors that would cause them to be unearned, but maybe some mental errors. The execution was off just a little bit, and I'm sure that's what Coach Sturgill and Coach Porter, Coach Blanton want to talk about. But on the other hand, 2 runs should be enough.
I agree.
So,
well, we hope the Lady Warriors at least put 1 across the board. Maybe we'll get some extra softball here.
Free softball. Actually, this is all free for those of you listening at home, I guess, right? All right, Gracie Mullins will lead off here, the third baseman for Central. She's 1 for 2, singled and popped out to first base.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors is going to be the third baseman, number 10, Gracie Mullins.
So Central have the 4, 5, 6 hitters up here in the 7th inning, down 2-1 to reset it. Bottom of the last inning. Central's got to do something here if they're going to do anything at all. Gracie Mullins settles into the batter's box. First pitch, just a bit outside.
You take that one from the movie Major League?
I think I might have, yeah. Or we can say it's Bull Durham. We'd say that one might have hit the bull back here, the mascot. So that was got a little bit away from Lexi Lane, who's pitched in her own right. We talk about what Haley Mullins has done. Lexi Lane pitched a superb ball game in her own right as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be drove over the right fielder. No! Fantastic play by right fielder Alexis Flannery. Going as the old Willie Mays over the shoulder grab, sprinting towards the fence in right field. This ball was going away from her, still almost rising. And what a play by Mullins. Looked like that was a double all the way. Wow.
Well, Chad, we talked about the wind blowing earlier, and it's kind of settled a little bit, and it's kind of got that thick feeling now in the air. I think more rain's moving in, and that ball just didn't carry like I thought it would have.
It just did. It died.
If it was 80 degrees out here, that ball's out of here.
I agree 100%. That's Hannah Carter up here now, number 20. She grounds it to Sarah Thompson at shortstop. Oh, safe. A throw off the bag. First baseman Cammie Lovelace with another great stretch, but pulls her off the bag. That'll be an E6.
Yeah, the Lady Blue Devil faithful didn't like the call, but that's exactly what happened. Chad, she's going to go out there, and Kara going to go out there and talk to our base umpire. And sure enough, she got pulled off the bag. It was a bead throw from Sarah Thompson. I think it was a little off the mark, and that's what pulled Lovelace off the base. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not here at the ball game; you're just listening. I mean, just inches off the base, but right call by the base umpire, and it gives the Warriors a runner on first.
Okay, Olivia Basham will settle in now for the Central Warriors with Hannah Carter on first base. First pitch from Lexi Lane. Swung on and missed, no balls and 1 strike.
At the plate for the Lady Warriors is a right fielder, number 13, Olivia Basham.
The other thing there was that Thompson had to hurry that throw anyway because Hannah Carter running down the line moves really well. Had to get over there quick, and she did. The 0-1
good
pitch.
eye right there.
That was. Man. It looked like she was going to offer it that one, and she holds up 1 ball and 1 strike. Good piece. Good eye there by Olivia Basham.
Lady Warriors need that runner in scoring position.
Absolutely.
We'll take it via walk or hit.
All right, so Basham digs back in, 1-1 swings, and oh man, just missed that one. Fouls it back up behind us.
She got a lot of that ball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's another one that can, if she gets hold of it, she can send it for a ride, and she could have won this game. With 1 swing of the bat there, we'll just take a hit to get the runner in scoring position right now. Basham swings, grounds it to shortstop. Sarah Thompson's on it, fires over to second base, just nabs Hannah Carter going to second for the second out of the inning. That'll be 6-4 on the force out. Basham's at first on fielder's choice.
Now pinch hitting for the Lady Warriors is going to be number 15, Gabby Hall.
So Gabby Hall, who's been playing left field defensively, is going to come in. She's actually Callie Mullins has been the designated player hitting for Gabby, the flex player. So Gabby's just hitting for herself now. She'll come to the plate.
I tell you something, Chad, I really thought Hannah had a chance to be safe at second. And for you guys and gals listening out there, Sarah Thompson darted towards second and then realized she was going to have to come back and make that play because it was that
It was a
deep in the
beautiful play.
hole.
Off balance, came back and got it.
Yeah, and makes a really good throw over to Pendleton at second base to get Hannah Carter. Again, Sarah Thompson doing her job at shortstop. I mean, it's what you expect out of your shortstop, making great plays.
Absolutely. A fantastic play. Gabby Hall coming. It's a tough spot for a freshman to come in, and Coach Sturgill's got her hitting with the game on the line. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, down 1 run. First pitch will be a strike on the outside corner.
Gabby way off the plate here. Now she scoots up a little bit.
Yeah, Gabby, a good season on the JV last year, come up her first season on varsity. Really impressed a lot of people. Tough spot for the freshman. She'll swing on one that's across the plate, and she'll miss it, and really quickly down an 0-2 count. So to reset it, Gate City up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Central's got 2 outs, and Gabby Hall an 0-2 count here. Olivia Basham's at first base. They'd love to get her on in scoring position. Gabby Hall is going to ask for timeout as Lexi Lane's taking a lot of time out there in the pitcher's circle.
Any chance you send Basham here just to kind of mess with Laney as she goes into her windup or anything?
I don't, she can't leave until the ball is released. So I don't know if, if nothing else, it'll get her thinking. Basham wasn't moving there, and it's fouled off straight above her head. Basham's a good athlete. She's quick. You might want to even take a chance on stealing. Second and short are playing pretty far off the bag right now.
That's what I kind of saw out there defensively.
All right, so it stays at 0-2 here. Gabby Hall leans in again, swings, and pops it up over to the right side.
Get out of play.
Where's that win we needed? The ball's going to get out of play over on the Gate City side, and it will remain 0-2. Gabby Hall hanging in there. I don't know what kind of an arm Hammonds has behind the plate, but you assume pretty good. She's starting on varsity, but on the other hand, you got a good runner at first base. You got to get a runner at second and scoring position. I don't know, maybe. But we're going to rely on, we're going to wait and see what Gabby Hall can do. She's certainly capable of putting the charge into 1. No balls and 2 strikes. Lexi Lane toes the rubber, reaches back, pitches, swung on and line. That ball's deep. That ball's
get over her head.
Oh, it's off the glove of the center fielder, Erica Lane. Olivia Basham running with the pitch. She's going to score all the way from first. This ball game is tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. And I told you Gabby Hall could put a charge into 1. She certainly did it.
Now freshman comes up in a big situation and fires one out for dead center field. Lane got a good jump off the ball. The ball continued to carry him just off her glove. And the game knotted at 2. Chad with the winning run at second base.
Absolutely. And not a bad play by the center field, just tough to get to.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors, number 14, Keely Balthus.
All right, Keely Balthus is going to come back up to hit again. She struck out in her last at bat, and just can't say enough about Gabby Halston out there at second base.
Man,
a freshman coming through in a big spot. Great work, Gabby. Now, Keely, a sophomore. Looks like Justin Sturgill's going to call timeout and talk to her a little bit. Maybe she missed the sign because she can't hear what the numbers he's calling because
he's going to put a pinch runner in, I believe.
That's interesting because Gabby Hall runs pretty well out there. Gabby Hall, another member of that Central Warriors state championship basketball team.
I wonder if he's asking what his substitute rules are here. What can he do?
I'm not sure what the rules are, but whether he can put Callie Mullins back in. She was the designated player since Gabby was the flex. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You'd think if somebody asked us to broadcast, we'd know what the rules were.
Yeah.
But
hey, listen, I umpired baseball and softball, and the hardest thing with softball was when you started talking about that flex position and that DP position on exactly what you can do.
Well, Keely Balthus will dig in, as we said here, and now she'll step back out of the batter's box. We're going to finally get a pitch here at some point. Run on second.
She was ready to hit. I don't think the umpire was.
I think you're right. 2 outs. 2-2 score. Runner on second. First pitch is low for ball 1. So, again, to reset it, 1 swing of the bat here. Gabby Hall runs well. We could have a Central walk-off win. It's all up to sophomore Keely Balthus. The 1-ball pitch. That ball's also low. It's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Impressive patience by Balthus, who's known as an aggressive hitter. She likes to go get the ball because when she gets the ball, it goes a long way. She's displaying a little bit of patience. She'll settle back in. Lexi Lane, the freshman. That ball's way inside. And you got to maybe 3-0 now. You got to kind of wonder if it may have gotten into the freshman Lane's head a little bit here. It's a big spot for her as a freshman as well.
Chad, something else I've noticed. I didn't notice that Thompson or Pendleton wore face masks earlier in the game. I don't know if it's gotten darker. That everyone's wearing them now except the first baseman, Lovelace.
That is interesting. You see the middle infielder do that.
Oh, it's hit her.
Not even close. Yeah, she'll take her base. So we got runners on first and second for Haley Mullins, the pitcher, who can get herself a win in the process.
Well, I was going to say this would be a heck of a story right here.
Now batting for the Lady Warriors going to be number 1, Haley Mullins.
And we talked earlier about Mullins pitching a good game, keeping them in the game. And if she could get off the swing of her bat, get a victory, it's going to be pretty exciting for all involved. She'll step into the left-hand batter's box. First pitch is a strike across the outside half of the plate. So Lexi Lane finds that strike zone again pretty quickly.
Haley Mullins comes up in a big situation, be the winning pitcher and the hero at the plate here.
Well, she's a senior. She's been in this position before. She'll take that one way outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. We talked about the freshman pitcher and what the freshman hitter Hall did. Now it's all on the bat of a senior who's seen a lot of these situations. Mullins digs back into the batter's box, not crowding the plate quite as much as she has early in the game, and also not as far up in the box. She's looking to make hard contact somewhere. Runners. She lifts that ball back behind first base. Second baseman coming hard, and one really nice play. Second baseman Kate Pendleton on a full sprint crashes into the fence out behind first base. That's out number 3. Hey, we got some free softball.
Well, free softball coming, Chad, and I'm going to tell our fans out there listening, if you've not made it to a Lady Warrior softball game, you need to get out here and watch a game in person, because there have been some excellent plays on both sides, both from the Lady Blue Devils and from the Lady Warriors. It's fun to watch. That play by Pendleton right there, I mean, she come from second base all the way, full stride, full extension, right into the fence to end the inning there.
2 beautiful plays. When you think about the one from the right fielder Flannery earlier in the inning that they made, they somehow gave up the lead. But man, 2 sterling defensive plays, as we used to say. Hang a star on that one. Really nice play.
Well, you're going to get some free baseball, Chad. And how about this? Another one of those differences from baseball. We're going to extra innings, and Haley Mullins is going to stay on the mound. You start talking about extra innings in baseball, and once you get to the 7th in college baseball, a lot of games are 7 innings, or high school. You get to the 8th inning, you're going to see a new pitcher in the ball game. We're not. We're going to see Haley Mullins, and I'll put money on it. We get to the bottom of the 8th, we're going to see Lexi Lane back in.
Well, certainly Haley Mullins is the workhorse for this team, and they count on her whenever she's able to pitch. And with that underhand throwing motion, not as much stress on the arm as in baseball, so she'll throw a lot of innings, as you noted earlier, as she has all year. So we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning now, 2-2, and it's been if nothing else, it's been a pretty exciting game, really tight all the way through. Another great game on Sturgill Sports Media.
Well, I tell you, I mean, you've seen some excellent pitching on both sides, and you've seen some timely hitting and just situational. I mean, the Lady Blue Devils, they did the kind of the situational scoring where they got a couple bunts down and moved runners around, and the Lady Warriors, they look for the hit to the outfield,
big sticks,
those big sticks, and I mean, just some really nice base hits. I mean, every ball that's been hit off the bat for Lady Warriors, Chad, have been just lines, smoking drives.
They're really sort of unlucky to only have 2 runs here, but that's where we are in the top of the 8th.
Leading off, number 10, Alyssa Clark.
So now Gate City's got their 4, 5, 6 batters coming up. They're going to try to do the same thing that Central just did with their 4, 5, 6 hitters. Get a run across, and I'm going to hand the play-by-play duties back over to Chris Davis.
Getting off it here. Alyssa Clark, here she is. Pitch from Lexi Mullins. Haley Mullins, going to be high and tight, ball 1.
Close to the plate, just off the plate, but certainly a little high.
I maybe should have borrowed my son's glasses before I came.
Sorry about this.
It's getting dark in here.
Maybe I need to learn how to write.
Here's a shot down the right field line. That's going to fall in off the fence. Is it going to be a double? Here's the throw.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to get her. They're going to get her. Yes.
Gunder out from right field. Olivia Basham with a gun.
Oh, my goodness. That ball hit off the top of the fence. Basham on it in a hurry. Turns and fires a perfect strike to Brittany Mullins at second. And, of course, Alyssa Clark running all the way, never slowed down, and is out by, 3, 4, 5 feet. I mean, it wasn't even close.
No, that's right, Chad. That wasn't even close, ladies and gentlemen. Basham throws a rocket into Brittany Mullins, and Brittany had to wait on her to get there.
The catcher, number 12, Kinsley Hammonds.
And nothing towards Clark. Heck, I would have went for 2.
Oh, absolutely. It's off the wall in the right field corner.
Backhand. Throw over. Oh. Callie Mullins just not able to come up with the ball. Gracie Mullins, a great backhand play down at third base. Fires over the first, a little low for Callie Mullins, who's taking over the first base duties, and just not able to come up with the ball. Would have had her out if she could have kept control.
Unable to dig it out. The throw was a little bit low. A tough play for Callie Mullins, let's be honest. But sister throwing to sister and unable to get the runner. So we got one out now and a runner on first.
Ball in the dirt.
The pitcher, number 17, Lexi Lane.
So Lexi Lane, Chad, comes to the plate just like Haley Mullins did for the Lady Warriors. She can only help herself at this point. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Time call before the pitch.
Lane 1 for 3 on the day. That hit we've talked about a number of times. Not gotten a hit since the second inning. Hit into a fielder's choice and grounded out to third in the last game.
Strike, swinging on the outside corner. Well, and I think both you and I have said it, did not come back inside the Lexi Lane since she got that base hit. Everything's been outside.
Right,
Smart move by Coach Blanton down there.
She knows what she's doing down there, I think.
Off-speed pitch comes up just a little short. Make it ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Kinsley Hammond's the catcher over running at first base, and she's not your typical catcher that you should think of. She's got some speed, so she'll be moving if this ball's put into play.
Pitch, line, drop, throw over by Hannah Carter to Mullins, gets the out. Thought she had a chance to make the catch. Then I actually thought she might have a chance to turn to double play, but she went for the quick out, got it at first, so we've got 2 outs here with a runner on first in Hammonds.
Number 33, the first baseman, Cammie Lovelace.
I think that Hannah Carter probably had a little trouble getting the ball out of her glove, looked like, so she couldn't make that tag. She wanted to make sure she got the sure out.
Yeah,
so
I was
she
going to say
goes first.
she made the smart play.
Yes. All right, so runner on second now with 2 outs.
Big swing there by number 33, the first baseman, Carrie Lovelace.
She's Lovelace is 0 for 3 today so far.
0-1 on the big swing. Haley Mullins steps back on the rubber. She gets the call. Winds, delivers. Hit right back at her, up the middle. This may score the go-ahead run. It was bobbled in center field by Olivia Mullins, and that will plate the go-ahead run. Lady Blue Devils back on top 3-2.
Well, Olivia Mullins had a chance to come up throwing and maybe get the runner, Hammonds, coming home. It would have been a close play either way, but the ball gets away from her, and no luck.
Going to have a pinch runner going down to first base. I believe they said it's going to be number 5.
Number 5, that's again number 5. Josie Howington.
Josie Howington going to go down to first base for pinch running duties.
Number 2, the third baseman, Kirsten Quillen.
So again, we're Gate City's retaking that lead 3-2 here in the top of the 8th inning, and got a still runner on first with 2 outs as Kirsten Quillen will come up. She's 1 for 3 on the day.
I'd like to see a review on the replay how closely Haley Mullins came to actually corralling that ball.
I thought she was going to come up with it. It just got right under her glove.
Strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to count now.
And the ball got away from Olivia Mullins in center, but again, that was going to be a tough play anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, it was going to be close. I don't know if she could have made it anyway.
Ball in the dirt, make it 1 ball, 1 strike.
A little bit of a chilly night out here, but Kirsten Quillen still going with the short sleeves. She's a gamer.
She's better than I am. I've got a long jacket on
Me
here.
too. And to see a couple of Gracie Mullins at thirds just going with the short sleeves.
I was going to say it must be the battle of the third base women.
Well, if you play the hot corner, you're tougher than everybody else anyway. So they're proving it tonight.
She went for the bunt, pulled it back, and it's going to be ball 2.
She did. Ball almost got away. I thought might hit her, but she dodged, nudged herself out of the way. Ball 2.
Brooke Porter doing a great job behind the plate. As Quillen went to bunt, I could hear Brooke all the way up here screaming bunt.
Yeah. Oh, she's the captain on the field basically when it comes to the defense.
Oh, man.
That's a close one for ball 2.
3 balls, 1
That's what I said.
strike. I tell you, I think you said 2 balls because you thought you were going to say 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's right.
So
And that's what I marked in my book here, actually. I thought he was going to call it a strike. It looked awfully good to me.
Time taken by Quillen here. She backs back out, get her a couple practice swings in.
She need to back out and go get her a jacket. She's making me cold just looking at her.
Haley Mullins, wheels, deals. He calls that one a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
That would look a little low to me, but it's hard to tell from up here. Like I said, we're right on top of the plate, and he has done a pretty good job, Mike Day down there calling balls and strikes tonight. I'd like to criticize him, but I guess I just can't today.
Yeah, they've done him and
They
Mr.
have.
Jeter out there done a pretty good job. Swinging strike, foul tipped into the glove of Brooke Porter, and it's 3, ladies and gentlemen. But not before the Lady Blue Devils take the lead back. It's 3-2 heading to the bottom of the 8th. Put those rally caps on again because the Lady Warriors need your help in getting this win over the Lady Blue Devils.
Well, never a dull moment with these Central Lady Warriors. They're going to try to make it interesting again as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Well, since we're into free softball, I'll go over the our sponsors again here for Sturgill Sports Media and Warrior Nation blog. Our full list of sponsors. First off, what is it's there, Chad? I want to ask if you by chance know.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Well, I thought you've known everything else I've thrown at you tonight.
Oh, well, I appreciate
so-
that. That's one I don't know. We need to find that out.
I know. So
ITS
it's
maybe? I don't know.
ITS. That's what it is. It's ITS. I'm gonna say it stands for Informational Technology Services, maybe.
Whatever it stands for, you need to text Evan Sturgill and get him to tell us the right.
That's right. Shade Tree Landscaping, Dell's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Morgan McClure Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac of Coburn, Robo's Drive-In, Pound IGA, Rainbow Gymnastics, Morgan McClure Ford of St. Paul, Virginia, Chelsea Industrial Supply, Mr. Ben Harding, EMI, England Consulting Group, Home Changes, Powell Valley National Bank, R.H. Sturgill Construction, Little Henry's Excavating and Paving, Don Green with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and Southern Steel Tattoo.
Number 22, the shortstop, Brittany Mullins.
And I just got a text from Evan Sturgill. I just announced that to the entire stadium here. Ideal Technology Services.
So I only missed the first
We're close.
word. I said information. So Ideal Technology Services. All right, here we go. Brittany Mullins up.
Top of
Let's
the order.
go, Lady Warriors.
Bottom of the 8th, down 3-2. It's the top of the order for Central Warriors.
Strike on the inside corner. Hey, that's what you like to have out of the guy that's running the show. Gives
right.
us that information quick.
He's listening to us. He's right on top of it. Evan Sturgill, he does a great job.
I think you definitely give him a shout out what he's brought to
Oh,
the
my
local
goodness.
community here in Wise for all the sports so far. Here's a pop up behind us out of play for strike 2 to Brittany Mullins. But, we hear kudos out of the college all the time, live streaming where parents can sit at home and watch the games with grandparents. And again, a shout out to Evan for doing this for the local team here, Lady Warriors or the Warriors baseball or softball. Swing, pop up, going to be a high pop up. Sarah Thompson comes in, Wynn plays with it, brings her almost into the pitching circle for out number 1.
Number 5, the center fielder, Olivia Mullins.
And you're right about what it's doing for these girls, for the sports programs at Central High School, and just all the credit in the world. And if you want to be a sponsor, it really helps us bring more of these games to you. So I encourage you to contact Sturgill Sports Media. All right, Olivia Mullins is going to bat now. She's 1 for 3 today.
Olivia, center fielder for the Lady Warriors, going to hit a hot shot to the second baseman Pendleton. She throws it low, but Lovelace able to come up with it for out number 2. So the Lady Warriors down to their final out, and it's Brooke Porter.
Number 3, the catcher, Brooke Porter.
And again, it's all on the Brooke Porter, who's 0 for 3 on the day. She struck out twice. She'll need to get something going with 2 outs if Central's going to come back and win this one.
Well, she's due then.
She is due, no doubt about that.
So Lexi Lane will step to the mound. Here's the pitch. Ball high and outside. Now the opportunity at this on a cold night like this, maybe a grandparent that really doesn't want to get out in the weather and they can just pop on the computer and listen to the ball game. Awesome. Foul right behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Absolutely, and technology permits us to bring these games to you. Certainly, again, we need sponsors like Ideal Technology Services.
That's exactly right. We'll give those ones we mess up on extra shout outs.
Absolutely.
So if you become a sponsor and you got a weird name and we mess it up, we'll give you an extra shout out or 2.
We'll give Dr. Basham a little more credit here in a moment as well
That's
for
right.
being able to sponsor this game so we can bring it to you.
In the dirt. That hit her on the
Hit her.
bounce, so she's going to take first base. Brooke Porter down to first, so the tying run at first base with Gracie Mullins coming to plate.
Number 10, the third baseman, Gracie Mullins.
Yeah, that ball bounced before it got to Brooke, and she leaped 2 feet up in the air trying to avoid it, but it hits her, and now we got a national 2-out rally here.
That's one of those, Chad, that the visiting team or the opposing team can't say, hey, she didn't try to get out of the way.
She gave every effort, and we know what a good athlete Brooke Porter is. She jumped and tried to get out of the way of that one, but she had to jump a little bit higher.
Well, if everybody remembers the last time Gracie Mullins come to the plate, she put a ball out in right field that took a heck of a play from Flannery out there to get her out. Let's see it again here, Grayson. Just put it a couple feet longer. Here's going to be a shot. Is it going to make it up the middle? It's not. Flipped over to Sarah Thompson, and that, unfortunately, Chad's going to be the ball games. The Lady Blue Devils get a big win here against the Lady Warriors.
Well, it was a big win. Central was predicted higher in the preseason standings than Gate City Central. Really had a struggle to the beginning of their Mountain 7 district. A lot of close games, but they're not getting the victories here. The Bats have not really come together like we had hoped, and it's a game they would have liked to have won on their home field. All credit to Gate City, who got some great pitching from Lexi Lane and some timely hitting to come up with a 3-2 win in extra innings here at Bill Dotson Senior Memorial Field.
Well, I tell you, an exciting ball game. Back and forth. The Lady Warriors had to lead first 1-0, lose that down 2-1, come back in the bottom of the 7th inning to tie the ball game back up at 2-2. Gate City gets a run there in the top of the 8th, and the Warriors wind up getting a base runner with 2 outs. And a nice little shot up the middle there, and Pendleton able to come over and corral it to end the ball game. So exciting from start to finish here, ladies and gentlemen, here today for Lady Warrior Softball. Again, a huge shout out to our game day sponsor, Dr. Christopher Basham, with family practitioner with the Wellmont and Wellmont Medical Associates of Southwest Virginia. They've got offices located in Big Stone Gap and Norton. Their phone number is 276-523-6715. If you're interested in their services, give them a call, or if you even just want to give them a call and give them a shout out for being the sponsor and a thank you, do that as well. I'm sure he'd like to hear from you.
Absolutely. Let's run through the statistics if we can here really quickly. Gate City gets 3 runs on 9 hits, 2 central errors, and 6 runners left on base. Again, in a 3-2 extra inning win. Central 2 runs on 5 hits and 5 runners left on base. Brittany Mullins, 1 for 4 on the day, that first inning single. Olivia Mullins, 1 for 4 as well, a single. Brooke Porter, 0 for 3. She reached on the hit by pitch here in the last inning. Gracie Mullins was 1 for 4 as well. She did score a run back in the 4th inning, one of the 2 central runs. She singled and came home on that Hannah Carter double. Hannah Carter was 1 for 3. She had a double. She also reached on an error. Olivia Basham was 0 for 3. She did score the 2nd run. She reached on a fielder's choice in the 7th inning, came around to score on the double from Gabby Hall. Callie Mullins 0 for 2 on the day. Gabby Hall 1 for 1 with that big double on the RBI that tied the game up in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Warriors. Reagan Dotson 0 for 1. Keely Balthus was 0 for 1 as well. She did reach on a hit by pitch. Haley Mullins, the pitcher, 0 for 3 on the day. So a tough game for the Warriors, one they expected to win, and it looked like the momentum shifting back in their favor. On your home field, you expect to maybe pull that one out, but just Gate City, when they needed a hit, they got it. Central didn't.
Well, and I tell you, and just the exceptional plays that they made in the field. I think the Flannery and Wright, Pendleton on a couple plays, and ultimately I know those were in foul territory, but it's one of those things. If those fall and it's just a foul ball, that batter's still sticking in there, and they get another swing at it, and you never know what can happen. You think about the great play by the catcher, Hammonds. When Hannah did hit the big ball and she tried to go to third, and she knocks it down, it's in the dirt, she's still able to find it and guns down and gets Hannah at third. So some exceptional defensive plays is probably what I'd credit the win here, because in all honesty, I think you can look at the stat line or you can watch the video, and the Lady Warriors hit the ball, in my opinion, a lot harder
Absolutely.
today than the Lady Blue Devils. And again, give the Lady Blue Devils credit. They got the win 3-2. You know, they did some small things, but their defense, they made some exceptional plays on defense that probably kept the Warriors from maybe, you know, at least scoring a couple more runs, maybe blowing the game away.
I think you're absolutely right. There's no question in my mind. That was the difference in the game. Central had 2 errors. They also had a couple of other plays with some miscommunications, maybe some poor execution. They're usually pretty good defensively in most areas, whereas Gate City not only made all the routine plays, but they made some exceptional plays. The ones you mentioned, certainly Alexis Flannery out in right field, just an incredible play in the 7th inning, and then the play by Hammonds and of course, Pendleton's play, the second baseman charging over behind the right field line. So that is your difference in the game, a one-run game. If those mistakes are gonna be what tells the tale. So I guess they've lost, and we're not going to be having any post-game interviews today. That's a tough loss for this team, and another tough loss for Haley Mullins. You hate it for her, but it is what it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we end the broadcast again, we'd like to thank our game day sponsor, Dr. Christopher Basham, with a family practitioner with Wellmont Medical Associates of Southwest Virginia. Again, he's got offices in Big Stone Gap and Norton. Numbers 276-523-6715. Don't forget, you want to become a sponsor, reach out to Evan at Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. Don't forget, share us, like us, look us up on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter is at Sturgill's Media. Again, that's Twitter is at Sturgill's Media, and Facebook is Sturgill Sports Media. So make sure you're looking at those up. Share our broadcast links on both of those social media platforms. Get the word out about Sturgill Sports Media and Warrior Nation blog as they continue to promote a Warrior athletics.
Absolutely, the home for Warrior athletics, really, and really appreciate Sturgill Sports Media, our game sponsor, Dr. Basham, and all of our sponsors. So as we wrap it up, any final thoughts?
All right, Chandler, thanks for letting me join you today. Evan, thanks for the invite. I always I enjoy it's kind of a side enjoyment for me outside of running the Pryor Center is during college basketball, being able to go on a couple road trips and doing the radio for Cavalier basketball, and now at home games out at Stallard Field and Cavalier Field. We're streaming baseball and softball out there, and every now and then they ask me to get on the radio and do the play-by-play or the color, so I also enjoy coming out here and doing it for the local community, especially, I guess, a school that, you know, as my son makes his trails, will come up the ranks, and so it's glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and you know, first time we've done this together, and worked perfectly.
Good.
So
Well, thank you.
had so much fun doing this game with you. For Chris Davis, this is Chad Dotson saying, so long, everyone.